us.
Oh, hello.
The only, as far as we know, actual play tabletop role-playing game show on the internet where you, the audience, gets to decide our fate.
Delete.
It's... Oh.
I'm sorry.
I just heard... Did I just delete?
It was literally just like not... It was not playing on, like,
Just
on the
refresh
YouTube.
the...
Yeah, it was not playing on the YouTube, so I'm like, did I just end it?
Totally. Hey, guys.
it.
What's up? What's up? It's a really chill night here.
Oh, such...
Yeah, please don't kill us.
Really easy setup.
Really easy setup. Everything's going really smooth
Perfect
and great.
vibes.
And we 1000% can be trusted with the studio and with running this show.
Yeah.
We have run. I don't think we've run into a single error.
No, honestly.
Since it's just been
Honestly.
us.
And that's what everyone in the audience will tell Jack and Carson when they're back, is that we never ran into a single snafu.
Yes, and speaking
Zero
on that,
error.
please
If they come back.
let a girl know if you cannot hear us or you
Yeah.
cannot see us, or if something goes wrong, please let us know.
Please.
Because we're just gonna operate and be silly if we don't know.
Yeah, man.
We all just took a shot
Listen.
of Slivovitz.
We all just took a shot of
Alyssa said we're
Slivovitz.
killing it, so
Thanks, Julissa.
thank you,
Hey,
Julissa.
Julissa.
Oh, Julissa or Alyssa?
Julissa.
Julissa.
Julissa will get this, or she'll get this.
Who's
Big love.
here? Isabel Pask, I see.
Isabel Pask is here. Love that.
What?
It looks like Alex Cortines is here.
Alex.
Hey.
We miss
Alves
you.
my
Miguel is
gosh.
here.
Hey.
Madame Monarch is here. Julissa's
love
here.
you.
Wow.
It's our good
Great
friends.
That's our crew.
That's our crew. That's
that
the
is our
homies.
crew.
That's our crew.
That's our friends.
And we thank you for being here. For this, our 6th campaign of Please Don't Kill Us. Guys, we've been doing this for 6 campaigns for a year and a
That's
half
wild.
now.
Too
Isn't
long.
that cool?
I'm out.
Someone had to
Jack
say
and
it.
Carson come back, you can maybe.
I'll beat you.
Find the door. It's been a year and a half. Wow, it's incredible. It's not an anniversary or anything. I just want to shout it out.
Yeah.
That's so special.
Yeah.
Just
It's,
taking it
I've been
home.
enjoying Macy on our social media extraordinaire. What is it?
The-
Vizier, our czar, our char, our czar
Word? What?
of social media. She's been
Okay,
posting
yeah.
some like on this day
Czar.
1 year ago.
Yeah.
Dunkadu said I
and
can't see
I
the
really
top of
enjoyed
my
that.
head.
Well,
And hey,
I think he means the top of his head. So I think we're probably good. Just wait, but it is
It said Jordan's head.
crooked. Okay. Your head, I see.
did I ruin it? We're gonna figure it out.
Sorry,
But we're playing a Call of Cthulhu adventure.
Top of their
It's a really amazing vibe.
damn.
I was lost by that. Like,
Alrighty.
Oh, and hello from
It's
Eric's
a-
mom.
Hey!
Sorry, I'm the worst at the chat because I'm be like, oh guys, look,
Mom.
they said this.
Hey, special shout out to South Bend, Indiana. It's our 6th campaign. It's a Call of Cthulhu adventure, which means that it's a special spooky mystery. And we're traveling across 1920s Europe searching for pieces of an ancient artifact that is very dangerous in the wrong hands. We're trying to keep it in the right ones.
We're doing our dang toot.
And it's doing an amazing job. The crew... What's that?
It says top, not up. Dunkadu said to my head, top, not up.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, we'll figure it out as we go. We have 5 out of 6 pieces of the Sedefkar Simulacrum and counting. We have some scrolls that we found. Everyone's doing really great. June lost an eyeball last time. Everyone's really banged up, a lot of scars that are permanent. But hey, we're all alive. And if you're here for the first time, well, this is a crazy RPG stream where you get to affect change in our lives. You get to vote on our destinies and to possibly save or kill us. And
Don't do that.
we'll
But
go
don't
right
do
away
that
to
one.
an intro crossroads. And the crossroads is... Oh, and we can go to the Crossroads page
yeah,
on
go
there.
to Crossroads.
Totally. The Crossroads is Slivovitz.
Wait. Okay.
Jordan takes a shot, vote Jordan, or Jordan chooses someone to take a shot, vote choose. Slivovitz, question mark.
that's not what
Maybe.
I thought it was gonna be.
Because the power
That's
right
not what I
now
thought it was gonna be.
rests in the
It wasn't what I
hands.
think it was gonna be either.
It wasn't what I think it was gonna be.
I don't think if you know
I
if
like
it
that
was.
my burrito's like the other player at the table right now.
That's tacos. You said tacos, not burrito.
Oh, it's my tacos. That's right.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
What?
I didn't say nothing.
Do we have any announcements while we see
Tomorrow-
what happens here?
Tomorrow is our
Hold on. So sorry. I have an announcement to begin, which is we're gonna do this poll one more time because Cloudbot wasn't turned on.
Godbot, please.
We're still on Crossroads, so.
Jack and Carson, we never had a snafu.
We never had a
Crossroads
snafu.
is Slivovitz. Jordan takes a shot, vote Jordan. Jordan takes a
wait
shot,
for them
vote
to
Jordan,
watch
or
the
Jordan chooses
episode
someone to take a shot.
Where we
Vote
were
choose-
talking over the intro music.
I've
might
watched
do
it. It's
Oh,
amazing.
yeah,
So if you've already voted, go and throw that vote back in there, and this time it'll count on the poll. Any announcements?
And if you're
Sorry to
the
interrupt.
first announcement is if you're Jack or Carson, just fast forward like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
From
100%.
This episode.
In fact, just blanket statement for all the episodes you were missing for it. Fast forward
Started
a
like
good 20 or
15.
30 minutes, actually.
announcement tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are a subscriber of our Patreon, we'll be having our Patreon exclusive live stream.
True.
So
Jordan,
fun.
would you like to tell them what we're going to be doing?
I'm so excited. Macy and I are getting into drag. You guys will be watching us as we paint
Pride.
our faces for
Happy
Pride
as
Month.
hell. First of all.
Eric will be there as well. He will be he'll be our lone
Eric,
ally.
would you like to explain?
Our lone ally.
What you'll be doing?
Listen, I'd be happy to get it to drag.
Yeah, do you want to No.
Jordan and I have put Eric into
drag before. But it's
Yeah.
also like not a great thing for people's skin and totally understand that.
Yeah.
Very
I
sensitive.
have terrible skin. I'll get into drag that's minus makeup.
I feel like you should be our designer. I feel like you should be finding outfits in. I'm assuming we're maybe doing it in your place or Carson's place,
Yeah.
and you just find us outfits that we have
Carson
to wear.
has that costume trunk.
He does have a
Huge,
costume
huge.
trunk.
Well, that'll be tomorrow at 7. If you are a subscriber to our Patreon, that will be on the Patreon, in the Discord. And that's probably it. If you're not a subscriber, go to our Patreon, subscribe, come hang, watch us do drag, and talk D&D, talk this campaign, what's going on, what we think. Hopefully everyone's characters are still alive. If not, we'll do some grief counseling. Otherwise, we'll also be drawing our mini of the month tomorrow. If you subscribe to our Patreon every month, we draw a name, and that person gets a mini sent to them. So come hang tomorrow.
And it could be this guy.
It could be that little guy.
Hopefully it is.
Lady Vera.
Wow.
is who that
Fingers
is, technically.
crossed.
Also,
Lady
yeah, that's Lady Vera. Come join us on our Discord.
Yup.
We love you over there. Hang out, meet some new friends, have some chill times. Wow.
Literally.
Literally. We're
That's
all
literally what goes on there. I've been.
You've been there?
I've been there.
It's a
and
good place.
Kinda
Yeah,
how it is.
it's
That's what it's
awesome.
like, yeah.
Love it there.
We are in an interesting mood today.
Hey,
I'm with
it's great.
it.
And the
like-
jazz is really working for it, I feel. I don't know if you guys can hear the jazz.
That was a choose, right?
Oh yeah,
I'm
it
pretty
looks
sure.
like choose was the most
not
voted
me.
option. So killers out there, listen up. You changed the game. There's a whole other universe, a whole other reality where Jordan had to take a shot right now, and right now we're not living in that one. We branched realities.
And
We're
right now we don't
constantly
have any
fracturing the
glasses.
timeline here, and the fractured timeline that we are in right now is one where Jordan gets to choose.
I don't want to choose though. Can I do a wheel?
You can do a wheel,
But it didn't say I
course.
couldn't choose myself. So I'm gonna put all 4 of us in.
yeah. Wow. All 4.
Or maybe the other people who live in the apartment. Also.
No.
Or you can roll a
Eric,
D8 and
Isabel, Macy, Jordan.
Jordy wants to spin the wheel.
I want to spin
Yeah.
a wheel. It looks
That's coming
good.
through.
It does look good. Do you want me to put it up on here?
Spin a wheel.
Okay.
But I want to spin.
I don't know if this
What's
is
my color?
visible. I don't know if this is
We're on a
visible.
lag here, so.
A little bit of legs.
Okay.
Okay, just try
Put
it.
it up like here, and I tap to spin. We got 4 names on here, and it's gonna go right now.
Please.
Is it spinning?
It's spinning.
Let me know what it is.
the win? Oh, inside? On the top?
Um,
the, like...
it's you.
it's Eric.
Is it me?
Yeah, it's you.
We have a
I'll
winner.
have one right after you.
We have a winner, everybody. And listen, on a night like tonight's, I'm not mad
Not
about
so
it.
bad, yeah.
It's plum alcohol.
No, I'm like, pass it
About it.
over.
This is a product of the Czech Republic. It's fitting for where we are right now. Some of it is a kind of, what's that?
Nothing.
It's a kind of, what is the drink? Right?
Rakia.
Rakia.
Are you talking about the Turkish version or the
Vodka?
I don't,
Rakia.
but one of those. Some of it
Rakia.
is like a
It's-
variation
it's
or like a
rakia.
kind of it.
Rakia is the Rakia.
Thanks to the killers,
Rakia.
I have to take a shot right now of Slivovitz, and
That's like a quarter of a shot.
Yeah, take a swig.
You gotta take a big gulp.
You
I want
gotta.
you drunk.
You gotta. The
I'll
killer
try to get this back in there, and then I'll take a big
Killer
gulp.
said a shot, not a
Okay,
capsule.
hey, I actually did. Okay,
I want the
this
bottle
one
half
goes
empty.
out to who's this one go
You
out
like
to?
to drink with Eric, because Eric is
Our
our
mate, we like to drink with Eric.
This one-
He drinks it down in
This one
8,
goes out to
6,
Agatha
5,
Christie.
4, 3, 2, 1.
That was probably half a
Yeah.
shot, too.
That was probably like a quarter of a shot.
Oh,
It's crazy.
It's like
Are you getting the
the.
note of the new?
It's kind of like the
note?
10th wing in the hot ones, where it's like it starts off like
It hits in the back end. Yeah.
flavor, and then
And then it's
Nightmare.
plums.
And then plum almond allegedly.
well, this is open to us all night long. We'll see how much we need it as we dive into the horrors of tonight's episode.
Of?
Please don't kill us! Yay! I think we're batting.
Oh God,
Oh, okay.
We're batting like
nothing-
a full 0
nothing
for
happened.
the intro. Like we figured some other stuff out, but the intros every
The fact
time
that we're
been
here
a
right now, the fact
disaster.
that we're alive. Jack and Carson were child YouTubers.
Yeah.
Did any of us have that experience?
No,
No.
well,
certainly not. Well, were you?
Well,
no.
Starting now though.
Starting now,
it's
though?
gonna be perfect.
I feel like a
It's gonna
child
be so
YouTuber
perfect.
right now.
hey guys,
Actually-
welcome to my
About
channel.
When we talk to, let's do it.
Let's do the cinnamon challenge.
Let's wait.
Okay.
Wait, can you?
Okay.
Yeah, everyone hold
tapping
for
in.
1 second. We're gonna get cinnamon. Okay. Whoa. We're here.
Where are we, Eric?
Previously, on Horror on the Orient Express, we began with an eye popping out. We began with the party having freshly arrived in Sofia, Bulgaria, the capital of Bulgaria, and hopefully the location of the final piece of this artifact that you seek. This dangerous, malign, ancient artifact. Hopefully the final piece is here. Upon arriving first night in the hotel, you were attacked by a swarm of disembodied hands. Severed at the wrist, moving of their own accord like spiders across your forms.
That was so freaky.
Sneaking into your hotel rooms, one managed to plant itself on June's face, dig its fingers into your eye sockets, and pluck your eye out. There was an effort to retrieve it, a fight with these hands, these strange creatures.
Yeah, it like absorbed it.
But one hand did manage to submerge it into its skin and smash through the window out into the winter cold, disappearing. What's up?
Oh, just like our fate.
Yeah, we're just thinking about it.
No, it makes me
Sure.
laugh what we've been through.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's a whole
And that
campaign
it's
of
not
horrors.
even close to being over.
I don't know. It's like somewhat close.
Would you say
Anyway, June went to the ER, and you were ministered to there. Your eye socket has stopped bleeding for now. You're given a really cool eye patch, and returned. The morning having come now, snow drifting down the cold city, gathering your bearings, recovering from the trauma of last night. You made your way to this doctor, this archaeologist who you had met on the Orient Express, Dr. Jordanov, who you had spoken to, someone who is translating documents from this Crusader's tomb, this auction, these artifacts and things, and he was writing down words like Sedefkar, words like Simulaire. Having met him, he invited you over to his house, and you helped him find an old piece of writing by a colleague of his, a scholar, a student, written about something called the Dzhudzheta Idol, this sculpture of a head that was unearthed some years ago. Finding the details in the monograph as he translated for you, he was deeply disturbed by the connections it had to his own life, to the people he knew, to people who met untimely ends, and people who were driven mad. He cleaned his hands of the ordeal and directed you to...
He wouldn't even take your money. Dirty money.
Right.
It's the first time somebody didn't take my money.
He directed you to the city of Sofia University, where the idol was being, or had been sent for examination. As the day carried on, June, you had a few strange moments, walking through the streets, walking into buildings where you saw things momentarily that weren't there. You saw yourself running through a back alley. You saw yourself getting into a black car. You saw yourself driving out of a city. You saw yourself driving on mountain roads towards a distinctive mountain range. You can see the silhouette of it against the sky, and driving past these prosperous villages up into the mountains. But every time you would snap back and see yourself back here, back in Sofia. And after conducting some research in the university library with the help of an English-speaking student and a professor, you met with Professor Academician Chudenko, charming the old man into leading you to the workshop where the idol has been kept. Upon entering the old workroom, you are met by a grisly scene. 3 bodies on the floor, 2 badly beaten, 1 without a head, the neck still bleeding, profusely spurting blood from the open wounds. And at the far ends of this room, as you walk in, the 3 of you plus Susanna, at the far end of the room you see men in masks and cowls made of skin, making their way out the window and escaping down a rope to the streets below. And as they escaped, 2 of the men stopped and turned to confront the party.
About the head.
And in this moment,
But they've already escaped the people who have the head, right?
we're going to go to a crossroads.
Oh.
Presumably they have the people that. Yeah. And then
We're going to go to a crossroads, Jordan. If we could go to the crossroads page.
Oh yeah, that's something that I'm in charge of.
And then so 2 went out the window. 2
You don't
turned
know
back to
exactly how
us?
many.
Oh.
You saw at least 2 go out the window and climb
right,
down. There
right.
seems to be a rope that's tied off here. And I'll describe more as we go to this crossroads, which the crossroads is, what do the cultists have? 1, they could have knives. Vote knives. 2, they could have guns and a grenade. Vote guns.
This is a perfect time to tap into the namesake of the show.
Truly.
You can see fragments of glass scattered, glittering on the floor amongst the bodies. Chudenko next to you has screamed out, holding his head and going unconscious, boom, hitting the floor. Curtains are flapping madly as a chill wind is coming in through the window as these men are climbing out. As you catch a glimpse for a moment of one man climbing out the window and disappearing quickly over it, holding some sort of statue as he escapes out the window and down a rope to the parking lot below. This crossroads. It's a tight one, but it looks like they are going to be sympathetic to you, and they are going to choose knives over guns and a grenade. As in this moment, we can go back to the other page.
Like, we couldn't take gunshots right now. Forever, really, but...
Awesome. Not very awesome.
Not doing this.
As in this moment, you see the two men who have turned back, full, almost skin over their skin, masks tied off. You can see sewn at the edges, tanned, leathered, but still clearly, whether it's from your knowledge of these people in the past or whether it's looking at it and understanding something in this moment, you know that what they are wearing is human skin as they turn back and the eyes glare out from under these masks and they pull out from their belts switchblades. And they approach you. In this moment, we're going to go to combat initiative.
Yeah, we are.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
It is the three of you plus Susanna. Zhudzheta has hit the floor as these two men are approaching. We go to the top of initiative, which is June Kleeman.
Perfect. Okay, so they are at the other side of the room?
They are. So what you're looking at is basically a rectangular room. This is a workroom as well as a storage space. You can see that there are glass cases of artifacts. There's old clothing on mannequins and different things. It's cramped in here, but there are also work tables where people have been inspecting items in the past. There are all sorts of different lamps and lanterns around a cramped space, but there is sort of an aisle down the middle that goes to this window at the far ends, I would say roughly 10, 15 feet away.
Okay. I'm going to grab Susanna and just kind of get more behind a table than we are right now. There's like broken glass and stuff everywhere, right? I guess, well, okay, I'm grabbing Susanna's hand and kind of getting her behind one of these work tables. And then I'll get towards them as far as I can. Without, yeah, can I make it all the way to them?
Yeah, you can make it all the way to them. As you pull Susanna's hand, before she's even kind of realized what's happening, as you see, she's looking at Zhudzheta, who's just, boom, hit the ground amidst this glass. You can see him just limp on the floor. As her eyes go wide, looking down, you take her hands and dart into the room, and there's a large work table with a sort of polished wooden top to it that you send her down. She's crouching now up against it, back to it, as you are able to go past and get towards these two men that have these knives pulled.
And do you know what I'm actually going to do?
Yes.
I pulled her, I left her there. I'm going to crouch behind these tables and start like running my way up there, but I'm gonna try, like my intention is to keep their attention on the guns. Like I'm not necessarily sneaking, I'm just like, I'm not gonna attack, I'm just running that way. Oh, I guess I'm sneaking.
Yeah, I would say go ahead and make a stealth check, and we'll do this in a sort of D&D way where you're almost readying the action of attacking if they run past you and don't see you. Okay, but we'll go with the stealth check first.
That is a hard success.
Incredible.
We're gonna be fine.
We're gonna live.
Everything's gonna be totally okay.
Okay, I've got my head around what's happening.
You immediately have the wherewithal to go behind this table to put Susanna's back to the table as you go running around towards them, but kind of almost crouched throughout, just going quickly between large wooden crates and different things, going through this maze. You find your way through it, getting close to them to a point where, have you drawn a weapon? And if so, what is your weapon?
My katana cane.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I've just got it. Yeah, I guess I would have quietly.
Clicking the button and just starting to draw it so it's quick to flash out. You get between two crates where there is an opening. You can see enough where you would be able to swipe out if they ran past.
That's perfect.
Incredible. With that is going to be your turn for now. And we're going to go to a crossroads.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, you guys.
As Susanna goes down and her back against this table, just collecting herself, understanding what's going on, seeing you rush around the table, you hear as you go in the direction of them, you see her fear overtake her as you're going towards them. And with this, the crossroads is, does Susanna rush them? Yes or no?
Oh, say, can you see?
We're in a single mood today.
I am, yeah, we are.
We are. Do up.
She has been kind of taking names physically recently. Like, yeah, with both of them when we were on the train and we did the chase thing and she kind of bodied that guy.
I was still like dining hard.
You were ordering a patisserie or something.
I was ordering a full roast dinner.
Yeah. Patisserie being a place.
I just ran out. I'm so sorry.
How's it looking?
It's pretty neck and neck, but it is for now looking like yes. We'll see.
Okay, you got
In the
it,
event of a
babe.
tie, it always goes to the players.
Ooh.
However, that's going to be a yes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm really bad at this computer,
You
y'all.
got it.
You're doing great. You're doing amazing.
Yeah.
Great. In this moment, then, Susanna's going to roll.
Oh, rushing them head on.
That's dangerous.
She's
What you say?
being reckless.
It's kind of hot.
Just going to say,
Unless
she got 2 on this roll. That is an extreme success, and what she was going to do is a fighting maneuver where she is going to try to buck one of these men out the window that is open.
No
That man
fucking way.
is going to have to try to make
what is it?
My girl a baddie.
Okay,
First of all,
a buck is like she
I know that.
turns around,
Me too.
puts her hands on the ground, kicks like a horse,
That's exactly what she's
puts
doing.
them out of the window.
she bucking broncos them
And-
out the window.
And that's correct.
They get on her back while she's on all fours. She bucks.
Okay.
It's a complicated maneuver.
I know.
Extreme
I've seen
success on this.
those people do equestrian when they're not on horses.
Yeah, what's that called?
You've been in medieval times?
Horseplay?
No.
No, there's like people who like compete where they're only holding like a stick horse, and they like do all the equestrian things where they jump over the things. If somebody knows what it is,
It has a name.
it has a name. Put it in the chat.
What my bay do? What that bay do?
We're going to, so it's in this moment, as you go sort of stealthing through these crates towards them, towards danger. Even as you are staying careful, all she sees is you going around towards them. As she hits the back of this table, you hear, no! She clambers up, and those of you who can see, watch her just bull rush, sprinting towards them, and she calls out again, no! And runs her shoulder into one of them. Boom! You hear a crack of the sternum as he, boom, goes falling back over, ass over backwards, over the windowsill, falling out of the window. She rolled an extreme success. He failed on his dodge. We're going to go to a crossroads here.
Okay, we're
And the-
50% done.
And the crossroads is, does the cultist manage to hang onto the windowsill, yes or no?
What do you say?
I'm gonna try to get out as fast
Yes
as
or no?
possible to get that head.
To get the head, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but we don't know how many are out there.
But the head's out there.
Yeah, but if there's 30 of them out there, we're not going out there.
Not third.
There's not gonna be 30.
Okay,
Cut to 30. Oh my gosh. What's the crossroads if he hangs onto the windowsill?
Yep, if the cultist manages to hang on to the windowsill.
Are these looking like Brotherhood of Skin?
Yes.
Brothers of the Skin
I would say
Bros?
yes. You
Skin
can confidently
bros.
say. Confidently say. They are
That's
in
a-
sort of ragged suits. They don't seem to be in. Yeah, it just seems to be suits, but their masks and their cowls, their sort of hoods, are made of human skin. It would seem as. It looks like they're looking out for you as the cultist does not manage to hang on to the
Wow.
windowsill. As you hear this crack of
See ya.
sternum, as he flies, his head going, his back going over the windowsill, his legs going up from under him. You see him reach madly for the windowsill, and you see his arms go out of view. What you would see, if those of you in this room could see out the window, what you would see is his body flip over itself down towards a car that is parked below, where he twirls in the air before his neck and head crack against the hood of this car, his neck snapping and his body bending down to the ground, limp and dead on the ground below this window. What you do experience is the sound of body and bone hitting metal down below this window. As Susanna catches herself at the windowsill, having just knocked this man out the window, killing him. She catches her breath for the moment, looks back for you, and then locks eyes with this other cultist that is now standing directly next to her, as that is going to be Susanna's turn. It is going to be...
No, she's like voiding out recently.
it is going to be this... this
She's a
butcher's turn.
barbarian.
She is.
When it gets into her, it gets into her.
What's everyone's class? D&D class. Our Call of Cthulhu characters. I think that's great.
High intelligence.
I think I'm a rogue. A strong rogue.
Yeah.
Rogue or a fighter?
Am I like a-
I'm really sneaky too, yeah.
Is there like, like just a non-magical / fighting person? Maybe like a sharpshooter?
A fighter?
But no.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
can have
yeah.
you can be like the gunfighter.
Yeah, I'm a gunfighter maybe, but I'm also like,
Vera has the spirit of a bard somehow.
yeah, I was about to say bard. Bard probably the most out of anything. A bard with
Yapping
a gun.
yapping is an art.
I mean, I definitely
Yapping that mouth.
Clayton Lane is a bard for sure.
Yes.
IMO.
As you see this shock run across the eyes that you can see underneath this mask, you begin to hear this low, guttural chanting coming from this man as he pulls the knife out slowly, looking down towards Susanna, who is holding herself against the windowsill. As he looks at her, still chanting, raises the switchblade up and plunges it into her shoulder. As she manages to dodge out of the way of it plunging into her chest, it does sink into her shoulder as she lets loose a scream of pain as blood comes down from her shoulder wound as she takes 6 points of damage.
Oh, that's a major wound.
Oh my god.
That's a major wound.
As
Someone shoot that guy.
he sinks it in and then pulls it out, she falls to her knees, clutching the wound as he pulls out gloved hands and wipes the blade of the blood. And with that, it's going to be Bert, your turn.
Okay.
Damn.
Where am I in relation to the window?
In relation to the window, you are across the room, 10 or 15 feet away. At the window is where Susanna and this cultist are, 10 or 15 feet away.
How big is the window? Like, are they totally covering the window, or is there like?
They're not totally covering the window. It's pretty
I'm wondering
wide.
If there's like any way for me to just like sprint over and get out of the room.
It's possible. I would say that it might take a dexterity check in order to get past two people who are in front of the window and get to the rope.
All right.
If you're trying to descend down.
I heard that.
Going for it?
Yeah.
As you rush forward, sprinting to where you saw the cultist going out the window, go ahead and make a dexterity roll.
Hard success.
Hard success, incredible. you run, and sprinting past, you manage to side away as this knife wound is happening, just dodging out of the way of it and getting towards the windowsill where you see this rope has knotted ends to make it easier to climb down. As you look down, what you see is you see the parking lot for this university down below, and you see a black automobile speeding away out of the parking lot, and you see down below two men sprinting across the parking lot toward a parked truck. The truck has a sort of domed tarp covering its rear cab. One of the men is carrying a bag about this big.
But another automobile just
peeled out. Yes.
What kind of car? Big? Party bus?
No, like a black Model T Ford sort of style. They are running towards a truck that has like a tarp covered cab.
Do I see like is someone like?
Go ahead and make a spot hidden check.
I don't like it.
Well, no.
I don't like it.
Mother, no.
Shit, I'm gonna like lean out the window.
Great, let's go.
Oh.
Success.
Success.
That's pretty good spot. It was a pretty safe.
No, not that. Just the whole.
You hear this man chanting next to you. You hear Susanna crying out, and for a moment you're distracted by that before you peer over, leaning over, managing to keep your balance. Looking down at that truck, you can see that there is certainly someone in the driver's seat of this truck. And there is a small opening to the back sort of flatbeds of the truck, covered by a tarp. You can see a small opening, and you can see movement inside that.
There's a car right below us, and then there are two people running to the car far away. I'm sorry, I'm not.
There is the only, so there are multiple cars in the parking lots that you don't know who they belong to.
Yeah.
You see these two men are definitely running towards a truck. In addition to that, you saw a car already leave the parking lot.
But the person holding the black thing is running.
Holding the bag is running towards the truck.
Okay, I am going to, I have a Bowie knife. How far away is the truck from me?
How far away? Several dozen feet. It's going to be a tough one if you're trying to throw that knife.
Do you have a gun?
I think you do have
I
a
thought you
Yeah,
have
I do have a gun.
Not to.
Yeah,
Just
I
curious.
was thinking about, yeah, I'm gonna take the gun and I'm gonna try and shoot at the tire.
Okay.
Oh.
The Bango bus.
From this vantage point, I'm going to say that it will be a hard die roll as you are fairly far away with this.
Can I get a little bit further and make it easier? Like,
You would have to climb down the rope and get down into the parking lot.
can I do that on my turn?
I'm going to say with your dexterity roll,
Hard.
which is a hard success, you can
Hard.
do that on your turn.
Okay, yeah, I scurry down that rope and
Yeah.
I know I'm not a good
Hitting down,
sharpshooter, so I get down there.
Even with your hard dexterity roll, you can feel the burning against your palms as you are slipping down this rope, feeling the pain in your hands as you misjudge it just a little to the point where your knees kind of ache as you drop down and hit the pavement below you. Looking to the side immediately, you see the cracked neck, broken body of a cultist next to you. Averting your eyes away from that, you look towards these two men sprinting, eyes towards the truck. They are not turned around towards you, running towards this truck at the end of the parking lot, and you can fire on it if you wish.
You wish.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah?
That's exactly what I wanted to happen.
I got a 14.
Wow.
14.
Should I use 2
Wow.
points of luck to make it a hard success? Is that going to make
Or
a
you
difference in
extreme?
combat like this?
I'm going to say no, it will not make a
Okay. Then it's
for a
just
hard
a success.
between a regular and a hard success, it will not make a difference. Success as you
Ooh, I really don't think I'm going to get that. 25 is fine.
That's amazing.
pull out your pistol, steady your hands against it, looking at these two men. For a moment, there is the proposition of firing on them, but you turn just a little bit and fire towards the car. You hear the BAM! And you hear immediately this sounds as the back right tire of the truck is beginning to let loose its air.
Wow.
Beginning to deflate.
I was starting that way, but
So you can
probably-
hear that as you do that. You see now the tarp moving. As there seems to be some commotion on the flatbed of the truck. Bert's, as well as
There's 30 people in that tarp.
as well as the two men that are sprinting across the parking lot, turning their heads around towards you. Even as they continue to run. Bert, that is your turn. Lady Vera, you are up.
Woo!
Woo!
Okay, well, I'm gonna pull out my shotgun.
Okay.
I'm gonna yell to Susanna to move her hiney. And I'm gonna shoot at that guy who's stabbed her.
Incredible. Okay.
Is there a workbench?
Hi.
Is there a
Don't use
workbench?
the word
There's a
tiny
workbench. Yeah.
enough.
Can I like kick that over and like so I can have like a little thing to like come over?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so I'm kicking her with my character shoes. I'm kicking the character shoes in. I'm
Your
tipping over
character
that
shoes,
thing.
you go over to a nearby workbench and boom, slam it with your heel, and it boom, dust flies up as you do that, as you cock the shotgun, pointing it towards this cultist who's just gotten the blade out from her shoulder, and you are going to fire.
Okay. That's
can roll-
a success. Wait, what did you say?
Sorry, you can roll the bonus die because he has used his dodge for this round.
Well, that's worse. So it's still a success though.
His success. Go ahead and roll damage.
What do you need, love?
I need 2d6. 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage.
Not too shabby.
Okay.
You don't get a damage bonus
No. Why would I get a damage bonus?
if you have one.
Oh, it says none. It says I don't even get one.
I don't either. I thought you might be special.
No, I'm rich. That's my
Yeah,
specialty.
yeah. You are special.
Okay, great. Pull out your shotgun and cock it, knocking over this table. Boom! It hits the ground, and you bam, let off this shot as he looks to you for a moment, ducks just enough so that the spray of the blast just shreds against his ears and his shoulder. You can see how it rips through the clothing, and you can see the bloody streaks it leaves behind as he is shaken by it, but still remains standing.
And the base crease.
Wielding this knife, looking between you and Susanna. In this moment, I would say, as he is sort of moving between Susanna and Lady Vera, if you want to take that readied action for this round, you can.
Yeah, get him.
Yar, can I
Slice and
come up
dice.
behind him?
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, I'm gonna sneak up behind him and
So
try
he's been
to...
distracted by the other two. In this moment, you will get a bonus die on your stealth attack with the katana.
So I've been doing stealth and then attack.
No, you've already
Attack.
succeeded on the stealth. You can do the attack.
I'm failed, but I'm gonna push it.
Well, no, you
got
get
a
a bonus
bonus.
die.
You get a bonus die, and also you can't push combat rolls, I don't think.
I think that's right. But that's fine. That bonus I saved me.
Incredible.
Success. Normal success.
Success, go roll damage.
Okay.
Get him.
1d6
Get him.
Get him.
plus 1d4.
Get him.
Get him.
Get him up.
Get him.
4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Just after this, bam, the shotgun blast, and he's reeling from that, moving between Susanna and Lady Vera, looking between them. You take that opportunity to sweep against the legs, and you catch him in the calf. You can feel the blade slice, cutting his legs. As at that point, he lets loose this roar of pain as you see his legs almost start to buckle as he widens his stance to stay standing. With that, we're going to go back to top of the initiative order, which is June. It is your turn.
Oh.
Oh my god.
That was a little surprise.
But I get to go again
So you
because
get to
that...
go again.
Down the throat.
This game.
This game's kind of fun sometimes.
Well, yeah,
It's not
I'm
destroying
gonna... We did a shing and I'm doing a shing. For a little shing ching.
Well, X marks the spot.
Yeah, exactly. failed.
Failed. Gotcha. On the next one, as you swing again, at this point, he, aware of your presence, sort of shuffles out to be exactly between the three of you still in this room, wielding his knife and looking around between all of you.
Come on, Susanna.
June, that's going to be your turn, as Susanna is going to, still clutching her shoulder, get back up to her feet, sort of shuffling towards him, tripping almost, is going to try and slug him across the face.
Marry this woman. I'm gonna eat my own ass.
Like-
I swear. It's the hottest thing
I
I've
know.
ever seen.
If I don't marry Vera's going to.
Here will.
It's a regular success. And
Vera will adopt
so
her.
it's a little dodge.
Well, I don't have a daughter, so. Well, maybe I do.
She's high society.
Maybe I do. I don't know.
For 1 point of damage, she does manage to get a blow as she shuffles, almost falling, but manages to kind of crack his nose, and you see blood start to trickle down from his nostrils, sort of staining the mask underneath. As you hear that crack, as you can see his eyes begin to water, looking around, almost blindly looking around. He is still up. That is Susanna's turn.
That's not.
He is going to look around. He's going to try to assess who should attack.
What?
Crossroads, maybe?
What's it?
And this is going to be a crossroads.
I heard Pride Storm. Pride Storm, maybe?
Who does the cultist think is the biggest threat? Who does the cultist attack? June or Vera?
They're like, I already got Susanna.
No. She's the only one who's killed this far, too.
I know.
Yeah, I would be scared of her.
I would be
She fucked
scared.
that
Yeah. Period. That was crazy. That's her specialty, actually. She's now body checked two people to their death.
It's what she's got.
She's a linebacker.
Yeah, she is. She's good.
For real.
Broad. That broad's my that's my broad.
That's my broad broad.
Chocolate,
That's my broad broad.
That's my broad.
1920.
Her looks so pretty.
1924.
Woo!
Susanna, June, and Vera, you are up in the workroom. Bert is alone down in the parking lot looking at two men running towards the car, the truck, which does have at least one more person in it, and probably someone at least on the flatbed. As that's going to be Vera.
I knew.
A roll
Wait,
to
is
attack.
that my turn? No.
No. This is the crossroads decided that this cultist is going to attack
I feel like
Vera.
you better hope those aren't your last words.
What did you say?
I guess I'm the biggest threat.
How do you feel about that?
That's an extreme success.
Oh! Final words. Well, I guess I'm the biggest threat.
All right.
Fine.
Does that mean like there's a critical success on this attack? Yes. Awesome.
You've already cheated death once.
I do not know if I can do that again.
I pulled you back from the jaw.
Did you guys heal me up ever last episode?
Well, you listen.
Well, first of all, watch your mouth.
you lost. You gained like 3 points, and then you lost like 3 points from the spider hands. But they didn't plug out your eyes.
Yeah.
You cut yourself and plucked.
Okay.
But we did
well,
take we took you to the ER. Oh, and you got the most healing of everybody actually.
Yes.
We both got 1
yeah.
point of healing and you got 4.
So you got. but
okay,
I
so I'm
put
still at 8. Okay,
I
I'm
put
at
it
it.
at your sheet. Yeah.
What happened? Is that 14 points?
DM, what happened?
This man is chanting under his breath still as you see him stand up to his full height even after taking these shotgun blasts, sword across the legs as he adjusts the knife in his hand and walks with a strange speed towards you, clambering deftly over the table that you've kicked down, with this unnatural speed taking you off guard as he swings the knife and cuts across your throat. And you feel the gout of blood spray from it as you take 11 points of
I had no
damage.
dodge.
You can go ahead and roll dodge.
that
Actually,
help?
you have to get an extreme success on this.
I mean, I'm down if that's. I'm down. No, I'm down.
Those of you, June and Susanna, you see the gout of blood spray from Lady Vera's neck.
This is bad news.
Do you have a major wound?
No. Do I?
Yeah, if you got
I think I
14
did.
No, but you
points.
didn't before.
I might have actually.
I think she did.
I think I'm dead.
You're not dead yet, but I don't think that there's anyone in the room that's going to be able to perform a first aid check on you before it's going to be your turn to roll a Constitution.
That is true.
I can't lose her.
Uh-oh.
Vera? Like. Okay. One foot in front of the other. Okay. Maybe Susanna. Maybe Susanna's. She's very well studied.
She's already gone.
She's already gone.
And
She
she
manages-
downstairs. It's me next.
So if you fail your Constitution check,
It is Lady Vera next.
what's your Constitution?
Before Bert.
Bert is before Lady Vera, but Bert is not
Get
here.
up.
I don't even know
Bert
what's
doesn't know.
happened.
He doesn't know what's happening.
Bert is down in the parking lot chasing.
Can I scream?
You can scream. I would say that you can scream. It is very questionable whether or not Bert would be able to get up in time.
Yeah, up the room.
I will. Yeah. I don't think I would scream anything specific, to be fair. Like, I don't think that she would have that.
Just a blood-curdling cry from June up the rope in the room above. Bert, you hear that as this man, never stopping chanting, without even sort of efforts to go through, just slices through Vera's neck, and Vera's neck spurts blood as Vera falls limp down to the floor. As that
It really is like
gonna be his
get
turn.
the head or get the...
in this moment,
I also think you gotta be true to what.
Yeah, I would be true. Don't worry about it. If Vera dies,
the men turn back to look, but they continue running across this parking lot as you see the tarp over the back of the truck that they're running to yanked away, revealing a Maxim machine gun that is on a tripod,
You guys hear that? The machine gun on a tripod?
crewed by two more men in cowls made of skin.
Sorry. That was under the tarp?
Yeah.
is there any way to win this
As
alive?
Maybe not.
we are going to go
Maybe we should just run.
Oh, I'm
Crossroads?
like.
to a crossroads.
Okay.
Crossroads is, what's the machine gun aiming at? The cars or the investigators? Vote cars or vote investigators?
Cars.
What cars? Guess we'll find out. Cars. Cars 2?
No, Cars 3.
Is
the
that-
Lord
Lightning
kinda meets
McQueen?
up.
Mater?
Mater. It's Mater.
I love Meter.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't? He's adorable.
So cute.
I wanna go to Universal Studios when they're like working. When Mater's working.
Should
Wait, is that
should we go with
Universal
them to
Studios?
Comic-Con?
Or is that
Lightning McQueen and Mater?
Mater? That's Universal
Oh my
Studios, no?
god.
To Comic-Con.
They're Disney? Well, I know
Yeah.
sometimes, I don't know, okay, they're Disney, but I know that they sometimes work. Like, they drive and their eyes are like,
Like in the park, they come out?
yeah, like fake
That's
cars.
crazy.
And
Cars
they don't talk. But yes, Lightning McQueen and Mater to Comic-Con 2024.
Oh my god.
Who's who?
To build a big... Oh, I feel like I'll have to roll for it. There's
Yeah.
not an easy answer there.
Yeah.
Both would be cool.
Both would be fun.
That's gonna be cars. Tarp is whipped off as you look, standing below this window, below this rope, having pointed your gun at that truck, seeing this 1920s machine gun on a tripod manned by two men in these disguises. As you see them hoisting ammunition into it as it points up, going past you for a moment, and then pointing. The other cars that are parked in this parking lot and beginning to whir. Strange sound of machinery before shooting out these bullets in a spray towards the cars, and immediately tires popping across. Clearly them trying to cut off any sort of chase that would occur.
Well, good luck with your broken ass car.
As they begin firing, that's going to be their turn.
Thank you for not firing at the investigators.
These guys.
Give me one more moment.
I need some chocolate.
I need some
I would
water.
love some. There's a lot of things we need that we can't have tonight.
Eric has a water bottle.
It's empty.
Or on a desert island.
Slivovitz?
Only Slivovitz.
That'll make it- I
Quench
feel
the
like that'll make it
thirst?
work.
That might quench.
I'll pour one out if Lady
What
Kira
the fuck
dies.
are we gonna?
No, she can't. She can't.
I'm pretty sure she will.
She can't. No.
And we have
What's your con?
65.
Not bad.
But
not
it gets close to 50-50 there. So I want
it's
everybody
not.
to prepare themselves.
But it also gets close to 2/3.
Almost exactly.
Well, now we're playing a half full cup.
Yeah.
That's the game I like to play.
2/3 full.
Half full cup.
Half full cup.
That's my favorite game.
Okay.
What's Eric doing over there?
I can't.
Bert, the sound is deafening of the gunfire coming from the back of this truck. As you shot off this, one tire is starting to deflate on the back of this truck. As you hear this blood-curdling scream from June up in the window. Bert, what are you doing?
Okay, so I hear this scream. It's like blood curdling, right? It's like I think Bert would go back. I really do. I assuming that scream is like terrifying enough that it seems almost like somebody died.
Imagine a scream if you saw your friend's neck get sliced open.
Yeah.
That's kind of the scream.
I like look at the case, I look at the cars, and I look at the rope, and I just try and scoop. Is there any other way up besides the rope that would be easier? Like, could I climb the building? Like, scale
It's
it?
brick building. No.
Okay, all
Scaling is not an option.
have
Besides
spidey
with this rope,
sense?
you can go in the building and up the stairs, but that would take much longer.
No. Back up the rope.
It is going to be very, very difficult to climb up this rope and get to whatever's happening, and they're all in one turn. So it's not going to be a regular roll. It's definitely going to be a harder difficulty.
Yeah.
And
Of
we're
what?
going to go to a crossroads. Crossroads is how difficult is it for Bert to get back up all the way to Vera? Fairly difficult. It'd be a hard roll. Vote fairly, or extremely difficult, which would be an extreme roll. Vote extremely.
Guys, what roll is it?
The roll, I would say probably dexterity, but I'll take, if you have a pitch for something else, you can pitch me on it.
I would pitch power. Like building up the full strength within me that I didn't never kind of like the adrenaline that comes when you're
Mom
like,
lifting a
up
car. Yeah.
Interesting.
That's my pitch.
Interesting.
Library check.
Yeah.
Also machine gun, by the way. Like, I do
Yeah.
think that Bert would.
That's what I was going to say. I feel it's very believable that Bert in this moment would realize that you're a sitting duck, one person in this parking lot, and a machine gun
Yeah.
is spraying across the
Absolutely.
parking lot. Making your escape, trying to get back up there.
Come on.
Looks like they're looking out for you.
Thank you very much.
I don't know.
So,
It's pretty smooth.
It's going to be a hard roll. With the pitch of it being like those stories of, a parent
Bert
lifting a
could climb
car.
that rope in normal life.
But in this moment, the feeling of someone's life being in danger, it's going to be hard skill check for your power skill.
Okay, so I have to get at least a 35 because my power is 70.
35 or lower for Bert to make it up.
47.
You can't use luck on combat.
This is not combat.
How close are you?
I used 20 points of luck last time for this girl.
Didn't you get a 40 from that?
Yeah, so
You
I would
get
have to
35?
use 12 points of luck again, and I'm already at 30 luck. 37. Like, I used all my luck to save her life the last time.
That's true.
Oh my god.
It's kind of your life too, to be fair.
It is kind of your life too, so take it.
I don't want to.
47 is what I got.
Oy.
12 luck points to bring it down to 35. Bertz, what are you doing?
I'll do it.
You
Don't expect me to be lucky on anything ever.
summon the
Yeah, I'm
strength.
with you.
Summon the willpower in yourself. It's not over till it's over. There is still another check coming to see if you do manage to help Vera, but you climb up with the strength you did not know was inside of you, reaching up to the knots in the rope and almost jumping up it. You feel screaming pain in your arms, placing your legs on the wall in order to hoist yourself up as the machine gun spray comes just under your feet as you reach up to the windowsill and hoist yourself up and fall over onto the floor into the workroom once more.
Can I knock into that guy and like kill him with one last like sort of
Totally.
situation?
No, you cannot. As you look across the room and you see Vera slumped over to the side of a knocked over work table. This cultist is still standing over her, but she is. There's a cleared path from you to her, and you'd be able to get to her to perform a first aid check if you wish.
I'll do it. I run over,
Sprinting,
around.
looking
I see
immediately,
her
assessing what's
immediately.
happening. Time seems to slow as you go and you try to stop the bleeding and to keep Lady Vera alive. This is a first aid check to see if you can stabilize her.
Let's get at least a 47. It's not terrible.
47 or lower?
Really check in like with them, you know?
Yeah. It's right here.
Can't
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 32.
32. 32. 32. With the 32. Game sucks!
That's your girl.
Sure, what's happening?
Thank you.
Here's the expanded rules of this. You are safe. You are temporarily stabilized at 1 hit point as just sort of dimly in the distance you can feel hands on you. You can feel cloth against your neck. You can feel this and your eyes sort of hazily open for a moment to see Bert's face over you. How this works. You're temporarily stabilized at 1 hit point. You still need someone to administer a medicine check successfully with the proper tools it requires within the next hour, or else you will be in dire straits again. But you are stabilized at least for the next hour with 1 hit point. Lady Vera, you are alive. As in this moment, Bert, looking as spent as he's ever looked, looking almost pale and green. You feel yourself nauseous from the effort, your arms hurting as you are applying pressure to the wound, trying to stop the bleeding. And you see Lady Vera's eyes flicker in front of you. Lady Vera, you have 1 hit point, and that is Bert's turn. Lady Vera, you are up at 1 hit point.
I have a weird question.
Yeah.
I got a ticket for the Dreaming World.
Dreaming Dark.
The Dreaming Dark. Can I cash that in now as I'm in this phase? Space?
That's
What would you like to do?
interesting. Well,
That's a good question. I didn't really know what I can do. Like, I just kind of got the ticket.
Where's your gourd?
Yeah, where's my dream board?
That's up to you guys. You may have it on
we
you.
put it down here. It's always here. It's in my
Everything's
store.
there.
I'll pull out the gourd if that helps.
Okay. Pull out the gourd, and there is this strange sort of fruit with a cork stopper on it that are able to pop off.
Okay. Before I do that, I want an honest answer.
Yeah.
Like, should I be doing this when I'm at 1 hit point and I still need a medicine check in an hour?
That I cannot answer.
Can you tell me?
Can you tell me
What the right thing?
I feel like I can't do it yet because if I'm not safe, who knows what's going to happen.
I don't know.
Let's wait till I get to the hospital. Then I'll make a decision. I'm going to keep it on me.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, thank you.
It'll be alright.
I need to
Stay
go.
with us.
I need to go to the hospital.
Yes, to hospital. But first, you need to get up.
Okay. I'm going to try to get up.
And try to
Can I
get
do
up, just
anything?
shaking arms as you clamber to your feet. You're at 1 hit point and you're conscious. You can do something if you wish.
I'll just pick up my rifle and pretend that it's like an axe, like a bad shot. I'm gonna go, oops. I'm gonna try to shoot it at him.
Try to shoot. Go for it.
Holy shit.
That is a hard success.
Hard success.
Bitch.
That is a hard success.
Go ahead and roll damage for me.
You will die now. That is 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage as you are whispering to Bert, getting up, clambering shakily to your feet, and just almost lackadaisically picking up your shotgun and whipping the barrel towards him. How does this man die?
Oh!
Ooh.
Blitz, splat, splat.
I'm gonna.
In your place. Is how
Yeah, in my place.
it's like,
I am going to
God damn.
give, I'm going to shoot the same way he slit my throat. So I'm going to try to, graze it across his neck and go into his neck as deeply as I can.
Pulling it up, looking just for the one moment it takes in order to aim the shot, and you hoist the gun and boom, send off the shot, which shreds across his neck, opening up his throat, which immediately explodes with blood, his head falling back and him falling to his knees. Boom. His blood gushes across the floor. You see his eyes wide with surprise and confusion as he drops his switchblade ding, to the ground and whoop, hits the floor, dead. As Lady Vera, that is your turn. We go to the top, June. There is one dead body in here. There is one certainly dead body down below the window, and you can hear the sound of spraying gunfire across the parking lot below. What are you doing?
Ooh, I want to cut the rope in the window.
Great. Yeah, you go up, and easy enough, taking out your sword, you slice into it, and it falls, and you can hear the sound of the rope hitting heavily to the pavement below.
Shut the windows.
Yeah.
Draw the curtains.
Shut it, drawing the curtains, going back, Susanna also huddling with you as you go back away from the window. You can hear muffled now the sound of out in the parking lot.
I'm gonna go check on Susanna. I'm not good at medicine or anything, but I'm gonna try to put my hand on the wound.
Go ahead, make a first
help
aid
her
check.
Stop the bleeding.
Yeah, she is now back to sitting, clutching the wounds with her hands.
I'm not terrible, but I failed.
Gotcha. As you try to hold your hands, but in the end, what you feel is your hands on hers. And though it does not stop the bleeding anymore, your presence is with her. And she seems to feel that. So she locks eyes with you and nods. And with that, that's Susanna's turn. She's going to make a first aid check for herself. Success. She gains back 1 hit point.
Great.
As in this moment you hear all of you alive, conscious in this room. There are 3 bodies on the ground, 1 headless, of the people from the University, and then there's the body of the cultist, and then there is also the unconscious body of Chudenko, who led you here, as the fire of the automatic fire outside stops, and you hear the screeching, squealing sound of tires against pavement as...
I'm gonna look and see where it goes. I assume there's like one road, but
They can't, though, go. I shut out the fucking tire.
opening up the window, looking out.
Just the blinds, like...
Opening up the blinds, totally parting it for a moment. You look down and you see two men clamber in to the cabin of this truck. There are two men now just sort of bolstering themselves on the back of the truck as you see them pull out, start to go backwards, and you can see a heavy lilt to the sides, and you can see skid marks on the pavement, but you see with one tire blown out and still letting loose air, it is still able to move, although in a lurching way, as it pulls back and begins to peel out, starting to fishtail a little bit as it goes out into the streets. And in that moment, as you look, you see a car race out of nowhere on the streets outside of this parking lot. You see a car screeching to a halt directly in the path of this truck, and you see a woman leap out from the driver's seat, taking cover behind that car and pulling out a handgun and boom, 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 shooting off bullets at this truck as it is coming out. You hear the sound of the windshield breaking, but you don't see the truck slow as the truck plows into this woman's car, boom, sending it pivoting in the road and knocking this woman clear off the road out of view, tossed away, vanishing from sight behind her car, which is now wrecked as this truck barrels through and continues skidding down the street, rounding a corner and disappearing from view. June, in this moment, you have a moment of recognizing this car, recognizing the color of it, the shape of it, having seen yourself climb into it, and we're going to go to a crossroads right now.
Oh no.
Crossroads is, what does the vision cost? Pain or sanity? Vote pain or vote sanity?
She's been
So
having
last
these
week
weird-
I was having weird visions where my consciousness would just over to me running down an alley. Oh, it was like POV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Running down an alley, getting into a black car, fleeing the city, and then looking over and seeing Susanna wearing like a skin scarf. But I'm recognizing this car from that, it sounds like.
I think my theory is that her hand, she's like able to flip and see out of her other eyeball, which maybe is attached to a new cultist now because they're constantly sewing that shit together.
Yeah, but they're shooting at the car.
But like previously, the car that they got into is the car whoever has your eyeball now got into.
Great. In this moment, I'm going to ask you to make a sanity check, June.
I failed.
Failed. As you're looking at this car, seemingly the same type of car that you saw previously, as your mind goes back to that memory, you see in front of you intensely visual an image come up in front of your eyes that threatens to detach your mind from where you are in this moment, threatens to make you question where you are standing in this moment. You lose 1 point of sanity as you look, and at this moment what you see is not the window, not the parking lot, not the car driving out. You see yourself walking through a vast and dim cavern, cathedral-like, enormous and grown of living stone. As you blink, you feel this strange itchiness from underneath the patch, from where your wound is, and the vision is gone. As you all catch your breath, And you can hear the sound of sirens in the distance as authorities arrive shortly, rushing through the
Wake up
workroom.
Chindenko to vouch for us.
Rushing through the authorities coming, go over to Chidenko, see him lying limp on the floor, and trying to wake him up. He doesn't move. Reach your hands down for a pulse, and there is none.
He died?
As authorities come through the door,
Oh no!
He passed out and hit his head, and I think he died.
as
The
authorities
professor who
come
took us in
through,
here.
and this whole area soon becomes hectic, chaotic crime scene. Police pulling up in the parking lot outside, everything roped off, and the four of you kept here for questioning.
As they keep us here for questioning, I'm going to say, like, please question us later, but we need to get her to a hospital or to a doctor, or she will not make it. Please.
As they look to you, looking to all of you, immediately there is ambulance personnel coming in, paramedics looking
Nice.
through, checking bodies, different things, as they're going to come to you, Vera, as they see you
About damn time.
coming in and out of consciousness,
Jesus
lying on the
Christ.
floor, barely able to keep your head up. They are going to make a medicine check on you. I'm going to say this is going to be with a 90 on medicine. They're going to roll. We're going to say that it's with a regular success. It's a D3. Hard success, a D4. And we'll say with an extreme success, that's a D6. Feeling.
Oh.
D10.
Just for this moment. With a 90.
So an extreme success is a 15.
Sir.
61. It's going to be a D3 of healing for you. You can roll that for yourself if you would like. But you are no longer in the dying condition. At the end of the hour, you will be safe, as they did succeed on this medicine check for you.
Okay. Well,
Could girls who still
That's three.
have stitches in their eyes just get a little checkup?
Yeah, as they go around to each of
Make
you,
sure there's no infection.
they're going to go check you guys out. We'll go for June first.
We always just need a little checkup.
It's an 81. It's a regular success. A D3 for June.
Okay. Oh, you're doing the D3.
Oh,
No, I did the. You can do the.
That is an extreme success
What?
for Bert's.
Are you kidding me?
I don't even remember.
That's
What do you
a,
need?
D6 for Bert.
I mean, I do need points.
How about Susanna?
Susanna, rolling that now.
Yeah.
That's a hard success. It's a D4 for Susanna.
Nice.
3. I saw that.
Whew. Okay.
Well, shit.
Well, we lost the head.
We lost.
It was feeling a little too easy.
Yeah.
I've got my hands on that base case.
As they go to treat the other bodies here, there's the one cultist clearly fully dead, throat open. They go to the three other people. One, their head is removed, but the other two, one is determined to be dead, and then another is coming in and out of consciousness, seemingly beaten senseless by a blunt instrument, clearly receiving serious head trauma. You all over here, as blankets are brought to you and around you, but you are kept very forcefully in this room. Blankets are brought to you, water and all sorts. You over here, enough words to determine that Chudenko is indeed dead. Seemingly some mix of shock and a massive aneurysm is what seems to have happened. A cranial aneurysm. As you're kept here. Eventually the door opens, and coming through is someone very banged up, bruised, cuts on her person. You recognize the woman from outside, the woman who pulled up, as well as the woman who questioned you when you arrived in Sofia, Bulgaria. This is Major Lilia Kristova, a major in the police force who has a task force that is devoted to investigating a group that she calls the Butchers. She is treated here as well, having received a concussion, several bruises, a gash on her calf.
She had.
She did.
Oh, was she the one who
truck
was
had
in
plowed
front?
into her car.
Yeah.
Staff, police, medical personnel are quickly overrunning the scene. Overhearing them as they're getting around to questioning you. In the meantime, you can hear theories being floated, this being most likely a communist or anarchist attack, terrorist attack. Seems to be the line of thinking that the police are going down as a sergeant from the police force comes over to you and speaks to you. English, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
As he pulls up a crate and just sits on it in front of the four of you. You are travelers from out of town?
Yes.
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 We were here on. I kind of rifle through my pockets and hand him the letter from the museum that we got. We were here looking at artifacts to collect for the
So
museum.
he takes it from you, looks at it. This is for a different museum. What are you doing here?
No, yes.
That museum sent us here.
Sent us to look for artifacts.
We do not have any business with foreign museums. What
We
were
were
you doing in
coming-
this room?
Dr. Chudenko was showing us a piece of art that he believed was kept in here that was owned by the person who formerly inhabited his office. He believed that it was in here, and upon entering the room, this is what we found. We tried to defend ourselves the best we could. Dr. Chudenko immediately passed out, fell on the floor. That is the truth.
He looks over at some officers and gestures them over and looks to you and says, shotgun.
What?
Your gun. We'll be taking that.
And why?
You are persons of suspicion and you will be held by us, and according to what we deem to be fit, your guns, your firearms will be ours. This is not a question, this is a demand. As the two men come over and sort of roughly sit you up and reach and grab your shotgun and begin to grab whatever firearms you have on your persons.
Even if they're concealed?
What do you have concealed?
I have a Bowie knife and a handgun.
Gotcha. The Bowie knife, I'm going to say, is concealed. The handgun, whether or not you had the wherewithal to put that away, we're going to put that to a luck check.
Oh, great.
Thank you again for saving me.
Of course. I wouldn't have been able to live with
I
myself.
have a lot of
Yeah.
luck to give. So
That could have been a very different night.
No.
They finds the handgun that is on your hip, roughly take it out of the holster. You can remove that from your inventory. You can remove your shotgun from your inventory.
Eric's being mean.
yeah, I'm like there's no way
They take it away.
it's to win.
As,
I have the
I guess if we had
That's it.
just like run immediately.
No, we're gonna be fine.
I have the katana cane.
Maybe he's like taking this away from us so we get something even better.
That's
like,
probably it.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway.
As he comes up and says, it will be no use to hide things from us. We will get it from you, and we will determine exactly what you are doing here, what purpose you have in our country, and why you have sought to disrupt things. As he stands up and gestures
This
over
is
a
a
couple of
lady. Do you know
officers.
who this is? This is a lady. We've come to the museum. We've come to this school as guests. We came at the behest of a man who lives here. When I say his name, I forget his name. But you know the guy. We went to his house. Dr. Jordanoff. Dr. Jordanoff.
As he stands up and the two police officers come over to keep watch over you, he looks at you. turns around. Going back to investigate the crime scene as...
Guys, I think I found love. Wait, I think I'm actually
I hate this motherfucker. We
hate
gotta
this
get
guy.
out of here.
Yeah.
As he spits, your eyes drift over and you see Major Kristova, a blanket around her shoulders that she's quickly taken off. Wounds administered to as she's sitting there sort of catching her breath. She's watching the interaction between you and the sergeant as you see her for a moment, like, and then she stands up and she goes across the room and she goes to the sergeant, and you see across the room as she approaches the sergeant, you can't hear over the hubbub the exact words, but you can see a heated exchange in Bulgarian between the two of them as she is leaning in, eyes locked with him, speaking to him for a moment. As he retorts back to her, eventually she has a final word. He's silent,
Mommy?
gives a little nod. You see Sergeant's look and gesture for the two officers that are next to you all to come over to him, to speak with him as she crosses past them, not making eye contact with them. She comes over to the four of you and she leans into you and she says in English, "I am taking you as my witnesses. Be silent. They have ears." And as she pulls you up, she pulls out handcuffs and brings your arms around you and cuffs your wrists behind your backs and leads the four of you out, just her, leading you out into the hallway.
Yeah, that's a right.
I was like, the most Lady Vera thing to do is spit in his face, but we can't do that right now.
Not now.
I'm
Not right now.
complying as fuck.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
compliant.
The four of you going with Susanna, seemingly following your leads, whatever you do, go out into the hallway. She is silent as she leads you down the stairs. You can see that there are police officers stationed at different points, watching the staircases, watching from all different angles throughout this building as you go down and go down through the main floor of this building and out the door. And as you come out, she leads you out into this parking lot outside, this road coming by the university. She takes a breath, and she's silent. She waits here, a light snow drifting down. And the silence stretches for a moment, this sort of strange, uncomfortable pause where she does not say a thing, other officers watching from beside. In this moment, we'll go to a crossroads.
Neither of you have gum, do you?
What is that?
Gum? Do you have gum?
No.
Let me check. I might have left it at home now.
Are you guys freezing?
No, I'm hot.
I think it's this side of the room.
I know, we
Yeah.
need to switch next to...
Yeah.
You
'Cause,
could get
like-
the PDKU blanket.
Oh yeah, will you give me that blanket, Mace, on the chair?
Is he? If there's water, I would love water.
Water.
No, all my gums are just empty.
Dang.
Many empty gum packets.
I definitely need to throw this away. I'm not keeping them for a specific purpose. Is this a blind crossroads?
No, it's not.
What does it say?
What does June see? The writing on the wall, vote writing, or the murderous cabal, vote cabal, C-A-B-A-L.
Cabal.
Cabal.
Who? I want candy so bad. Soothe my soul.
Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul.
I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away.
Drift away.
Give me the beat, boys, and breathe my bowl. Excuse me.
Hello.
I was just looking at our PDKU on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram.
Give me the beat, boys, and free my
Amazing.
soul.
Okay. We'll wait for June to say what June sees. But in this moment, we'll go to Macy's game frame.
Oh.
And we
Oh,
had a
it's on
little
me.
recommendation
It's on me.
moment.
Do you know it's on me?
Oh yes, I do. We had a little recommendation corner last week
Just
where
gonna scoot out of the
Isabel recommended books and Macy recommended games. This will be Jordan's corner for just recommendations of arts, of movies, TV, books, video games, whatever you would like. If you want to pick something, and we'll put 60 seconds on the clock.
Great. I am a prolific anime watcher. I watch anime every Saturday and Sunday. It is my weekly routine. I watch simulcasts. I watch ones that come out weekly. And the one that I've gotten into and actually just recommended is Kaiju number 8. I think it's really, really popular right now, but it's a world where kaijus like Godzilla, those kind of creatures are rampant. And there is a task force that is designed to take them down. And this guy, and the thing I love about the story is it's about a 32-year-old man who just wants to restart his life. And he feels like he can't do it. He's in a job where his job is to just take away the trash of the kaiju after the fight. Like he's like breaking down the body, and he's like he gets magic powers. Really, he just enters into the the task force. He's a great guy. I just like all the characters. It's awesome.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
But please watch Kaiju number 8. There's a bunch others. Solo leveling is great. Yeah, I love anime.
Wow, and that's 60 seconds. Thanks, Jordan.
Yeah.
I can only do 3, but
I'll share mine.
Oh, that's. Thank you, Macy.
Oh God.
What did I miss? You were giving an opinion or something?
I was given an opinion.
What did you opine about?
I did. I talked about anime.
Oh, I'll watch it back later.
With that, we return back to the crossroads, which was what does June see? The writing on the wall or the murderous cabal?
God damn it.
And the vote was for writing. As in this moment, as you're waiting in the cold, this trepidation, this wondering what's on the mind of this woman who's taking you from this place alone, taking you through the police away from this crime scene. In this moment, as you're waiting, wind blows a heavier flurry of snow past your vision. June, as you blink, you see the white of the snow, and you blink, and you see the walls of a gigantic cavern, mottled limestone, water washed by endless running rivulets and half hidden by rolling clouds of steam. And on an enormous overhang of the cavern, you see Latin numerals carved over ancient images, cave paintings of mammoths and deer and men with antlered heads. Go ahead and make a sanity check for me.
You're being tested today.
For real. That's a fail.
You lose one more sanity.
I know I don't read Latin. Can I at least hold on to that, to what it says?
Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
That's a hard success. 2 away from an extreme, if it matters.
Great. Managed to hold on to whatever is carved up here, whatever it is. Without knowing exactly what it means, you manage to save it to your memory for whenever time you'll be able to discuss it, whatever time you'll be able to decipher it. But it's in your minds as you blink and the snow returns and you're with your companions here in the cold, blinking your eyes open just in time to see a truck pulling up. seemingly the same make of the truck that you saw peel away, but without the covered wagon, as it pulls up in front, and you see Major Kristova approach the driver's side window, lean in, and you hear some whispered words in Bulgarian. It doesn't seem like full sentences. It just seems like a word and a word returned. As she nods and then turns back and gestures for the four of you as she opens the door to the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Somewhere safe.
Will there be anybody who knows medicine there? My throat was just recently slashed.
It's best to wait on questions.
Okay.
She
Indubitably.
gestures for you to get in and boom, slams the car shut.
Work.
The truck takes off.
Absolutely, Diva.
You see police officers who are stationed now in this area outside the building, watching closely, their eyes following your truck as it peels off, as you look back through the windows towards it, as you go off into the streets of Sofia. And you drive around for a while. 10 minutes pass, 15, 20 minutes, going into a half hour. The truck turning seemingly in random directions, taking lefts, taking rights, going down alleys now, going onto main roads, seemingly going in an almost maze-like pattern for half hour, 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Continuing on, after about 45 minutes, Major Kristova turns around suddenly and leans back into the back and reaches around with keys and unlocks all of your handcuffs, taking them from you silently as the truck finally pulls to a stop on the outskirts of town. You're pulled up in front of the facade of what looks like it once was a bakery. The sign is unreadable now, dusted over, snow-covered, the words faded, as you can see that the windows are boarded up with wood, and there is a dilapidated-looking door at the front underneath an awning. You're led out of the truck. The truck pulls away as Major Kristova approaches the door, gives a specific knock.
Secret society vibes.
You hear a voice from within say a single word in Bulgarian. You hear her whisper another word in Bulgarian. Go ahead and make an intelligence check, a hard check.
Do I have a lot of intelligence?
I would like to push it. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that I can. I just kind of I turn to Major and what was that? Is that hello? And I'm gonna try and push it and see if she'll tell me, but maybe she won't tell me.
She turns to you as you say that to her. That's how you're pushing it? Gotcha.
Might not work.
I'll
I
do a
can't
persuasion
think of-
check for you.
I can't think of any other way to push it, so persuasion?
Yeah.
Success.
A success. She looks at you and she says, I will tell you. When we share what must be shared. As the door, you hear the unlocking of several latches before the door swings
in the base
open.
case. I think it's so funny that we carry
Carry around a
this
I
base
know.
case. Nobody
This
else.
is very funny.
Little wheels.
And you,
with no base in it.
No, we.
No, we didn't get one.
We couldn't get one.
We
Open
were
the heavy
talking
door.
about it.
Okay.
and you are quickly ushered inside of this abandoned bakery. And inside, you see several figures lit. I had a feeling that was about to happen.
He loved a screwy screws.
He
Carson
loves
and
to
Jack
mess
do
around
this.
with that little mic.
You see, what you see is darkness, save for people softly illuminated by lantern light on different tables and counters in here. Immediately, several people warmly greet the Major in Bulgarian. You can see a couple people that are in police jackets that are undone, sort of worn loosely, and others that are just in regular jackets, coats, shirts, ties, different various outfits. One person is clearly a doctor who rushes forward to treat her as the doctor goes and starts administering to all of your different wounds. In this moment, go ahead.
Medicine check?
Yeah, we'll do a little first aid check just to see if we can get one more hit point for each of you. As we'll do that in one moment, but the doctor does this. Major Kristova turns to you once the door is shut and locked once again. You hear the sounds. Says, "Welcome to my headquarters. This month, at least. Last month it was bombed. You have some dangerous enemies. The same as mine, I think. Come with me." She leads you deeper in. Find your way to a back sort of kitchen area. People with guns stand guard at each door, giving nods to the Major as she leads you in, pulling up seats for each of you as the doctor goes around, treating your wounds, sort of giving antiseptic and different things. She pulls up stools for each of you. Says, "I am sorry for the close call back there. I do not think that you would be safe with others in my police department. It is unclear even to me who is working for whom. But given what I saw earlier this day, given the state that you are in, and given the place that you were in with the right timing, am I correct in thinking that you are after the same people that we are after?"
I would say before we disclose any information, given the state of corruption that we have suffered within Sofia, Bulgaria, why should we ever trust you?
It is a fair question. I am a major on the police force, but
That's you, as you just said.
Lady
Is-
Mira.
But it is needed to be known. The information that we have and we will disclose will only be given if we can trust her.
Certainly.
Who do you work for?
I work for the good of the people of Bulgaria, of my city. This is a plague that has troubled us for years, and I agree with you that my rank in the police force should not quell your suspicions. It is my belief that these people, these butchers, they are around us even when we do not know. But in terms of what I may offer to you in terms of trust, as she takes off her jacket and begins to show her arms, her neck, her body showing, you quickly realize there's a lack of sewn scars, a lack of stitching across her body. You also notice a lack of tattoo, any ink, any marking on her, like you've seen before on people. As she looks to you and says, "We have been plagued by these people for a long time. I feel that we are getting close to finding where they are hidden, to cutting them off at the neck, and to stopping them here, at least. will give you whatever I can in terms of trust, a way to make you trust me and to trust us, because I do believe that you and me, we need each other deeply.
Well, that gesture certainly shows me that we have seen a lot of the same things in the last few weeks. But how many people are here? How many people are you working with? I mean, how?
It is, unfortunately, an ever-fluctuating number. We lost several good people in the bomb several weeks ago, but we were able to muster, on our best days, 10, 11 people. Here, we have about a half a dozen.
Well, you've been here watching them. You've been tracking this. You call them the butchers, right?
I have shared with you already some, but if I am going to share with you more, I would like your word that you will help to squash this, to join forces with us, to do what it takes to stop this.
You have our word that we want to stop this, but we do want to hear what your plan is before we agree to join forces with you.
Our plan is to, like I said, find the hole where these snakes live, to attack them where they live, to catch them by surprise, and to kill them.
You have any idea where they are?
This is information that I would feel comfortable sharing with you if
I think
we were in agreement.
Why don't we say our piece? If the information matches up, why don't we think about it then? Because we are also in need of something as well. And we have good authority to believe that they are in... they have it.
Position.
They have possession of it, yes. Thank you. Sorry,
They got it.
Sorry, again, my neck was just recently slit very deeply. So,
And for what it's worth, I don't mean to be withholding. I do think that we want the same thing. I just think that I think we want the same thing, and I think that numbers are on our side here. You know, the more, the merrier.
honestly, I just think June was very curious. You know, June
merry
is like
band
June is like a rat.
In what way?
I was gonna have a full stop there, but
I see. Well, I do not disparage you for having this trepidation. It is... You can see the protocol that we have around here. We try to be very careful. If I did not know what you have been through personally, then you would not be back here.
Yeah, I mean,
Really?
I guess my point being that yeah, we are. I think keen to work with anyone who wants the same thing that we want, but along the way we've kind of been told that we've kind of been told that a couple of times, and it was not true. And at the end of the day, I guess I just want you to know that if we work together, this is still like we're gonna look out for each other first.
Of course.
We
That's all.
have had several run-ins with these folks. Most recently, June's eye was taken, and I believe it to be related of some sort.
You can see that there's a young man next to her with a notepad out who's taking notes as you're speaking.
I question your understanding of how layered this is.
I would like to know what you think.
From my experience, I've only been with you for a short while, but it feels like you find this group to be some anarchist murderers or communists with a rebellious nature for penchant for anarchy, you know? This is much deeper and darker than I think you'll understand.
It comforts me to hear you say that. It is the spoken line by my police force that they would have us believe that these are political instigators, that these are people who come from out of the country to stir things up, anarchists, communists. You will find that here in this place. That is not our belief. We believe that this is a symptom of a disease that is slowly taking over the continent. What is your previous encounters with these people, and where?
Well, we've had, looking at them now, we've had run-ins with like multiple cults.
Yeah.
Which ones have been only like
In
this?
terms of just the Brothers of the Skin,
Yes.
I would tell her about
The cave.
the cave. I forget where was
That was in
Trieste?
that was Trieste, yeah.
Because it was both.
That
it
was definitely the
it was
Brothers of the
skin
Skin.
peep, the brothers of
The skin.
and also
And the Cult of the Legor. But what
Which-
else? Brothers of the Skin.
we have
I forget where we were, but someone. We were somewhere and there was a guy. It was the first time we saw someone with. Well, that was on the train, actually. I'm thinking of the guy when we first went to. It was the Duke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Duke.
We learned after the fact it was the Duke. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would tell her about the Duke and about the cave.
Yeah.
There's a letter.
And then how the Duke came back on the train.
There's a letter from Bennett's father.
God, that feels like ages.
Years.
Yeah.
Like when I'm thinking about when Clayton got stabbed, and that was like the first major.
Yeah, that was the Duke.
Yeah. Oh, this one. This is from the original Turkish one. I'll show her that.
Is what? What is that?
This is the letter that we got from. That is SM, which we're assuming is
I see. Great.
Sanem. Sanem?
Who?
Bakr? Salem.
Salim.
Salim.
Celine. Celine?
Salim. S-E-L-I-M.
Celine.
I told her about that, and this is what we are pretty sure is this group that you're talking about. But we've had a lot of weird run-ins along the way.
Certainly. And we have a, full disclosure. Well, sort of full disclosure. We are looking for something that cannot get into the wrong hands. I believe it might endanger you, for you to know more than that. But no, that is our ultimate goal.
And we think that the butchers have it.
Right.
I see.
Our intention is
Did
to
we check the room, at all after before the police arrived, where Chendenko passed out?
No, but it wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
They were holding a little
yeah, it had to be.
head bag.
Yeah.
I would say to show our intention with this artifact is to destroy it.
Yes, certainly.
So it is never put in the wrong hands ever again. I believe there is some ritual that they will do with said artifact if it is given to them. If all the pieces are put together.
I see. They've been writing all of this down. A couple other people are gathered and listening to you all as you speak. She says, "This is very generous of you. I do appreciate you sharing this. Mutual trust between us will be pivotal in the hours to come. We know these people to be the butchers. That is the name that we have given them, as they tend to dismember the bodies of their victims, oftentimes taking body parts with them as trophies, prizes, or perhaps to use for fell means that we do not know of. They have, in recent years, abducted dozens of people. People have gone missing. The police will crop it up to hiking accidents, bodies going missing, different things like that. But the patterns lead us to believe that the butchers are behind it, and that these people are used in some sort of ritualistic, occult means of some sort. There is a sort of devil worship that it seems that they follow. And it seems that these people are seeking immortality. It is their stated wish.
Why do you say that?
Through various interrogations of dying cultists, as well as finding the odd scrap of notes between them. We found different writings. We have indeed found writings from various figures across Europe, including this SM that you referred to. Found that in their midst is not just strange pagan zealots, it is people of all walks of life. There are scholars in their midst, there are politicians in their midst, and it is our belief that not only do they have spies everywhere, including, I am sure, in my own police force, not only that, but I do not believe that this cult stops in Bulgaria. I believe that they are infiltrating positions of power across the continent, hungry for control.
Yes.
It is my belief that it is growing, that it is strengthening.
We think we experienced that in Venice. I think
Yes.
that their police force is heavily infiltrated or corrupted.
It would not surprise me.
Yeah, Brothers in this game, which is the same thing, as my understanding.
Yes, certainly.
What? Oh wait, I forgot what I was saying.
It does not surprise me in Venice that you would encounter such authorities. I believe that it is not only people who are in this cult seeking authority, but I believe that it is a two-way road. There are people in power, people in money, people who seek power through this cult, through this devil worship.
Right.
How are they seeking immortality? Is that what the skin is about? What do you know? What?
This is unclear to me. Their abductions, their ceremonies, whatever rites they are doing, are shrouded to us. They presumably take place at wherever they are headquartered, which is why we would like to find such a place. They have found various scraps of writings by this Makriat, as well as by other academics in their midst, speaking of finding occult things, but it is unclear to us exactly what their motives are, or rather what their aims are, knowing that their motive is this strange sort of eternal life. It is our belief that where they are based is she snaps, and a large map of Bulgaria is taken out, rolled across the table in front of you. It is my belief that they have a base outside the city, not too far, in the mountains. However, it is a lot of ground to cover, the mountains outside of the city. It is unclear what specific peaks we would be looking for, and that sort of thing.
The thing that you said, the black one.
But research is ongoing, and we would be happy to take any information that you have, and in addition, enlist whatever help that you are able to offer.
Refresher on what Clayton and Bay we're doing in Sofia, aren't they looking for another piece?
Or for
Weren't they like?
They were
going
attending an
ahead of us
auction.
To...
They were attending an auction of the items that were in the Crusader's tomb.
the like skin carver, the
Right.
like skin snow piercer,
It had a
skin knife.
yeah, skin knife.
I think.
I
was thinking they might, because we need the head, and we also need the ritual, the scrolls to destroy. Those are kind of the two pieces that we need. And I guess the skin knife would be helpful.
yeah.
If there's any information you may have on where these people are, or what sort of places that you have encountered them in the past.
Well, certainly.
I don't know if it's related to this, but I would say the Latin that I remember. Does that mean anything to you?
The Latin. As you remember this Latin phrase.
Your mom.
The Latin that you remember is media silvae.
Media Silvae?
Media silvae.
Does that mean anything to you?
In this moment, I'm gonna go ahead and have everyone go ahead and make a luck check. Just need one success on this.
For once. Succeeded.
Nope.
One
I
success.
have the highest luck too, and I
I got low luck. I rolled a 15.
One success. Media silvae. If you speak that with your luck, her eyes widen. She looks over to her compatriots with her crew, and you hear her whisper the words, Sredna Gora. Sredna Gora. Sredna. Second word, Gora, Gora.
What's Sretnagora? What's that?
Sredna Gora. That is an old name for a small range of mountains southeast of here.
What does it have to do with
Media Silva.
Media Silva.
That is the same words.
Oh.
Where did you find this? Where did you see this?
Hard to explain.
I feel like you should just be upfront with it.
Somewhere along our travels, we've done a lot of reading. I don't quite remember.
I see. Well, it is as much of a start as we have. As she stands up and looks over the map. She takes a moment, grabbing a pen, looking over it, circling a small range of mountains southeast of here. And as she does it, you can see people gathering around the table, looking down at where she's circled, as they all look at each other. And she looks up at you. Media Silve. You are sure those are the words?
Positive. I don't know what it means, but I know
There's something to do with it.
I saw those words.
She gives a tentative nod, looks up, and you see some faces with concern, some trepidation, some distrust. She gives a nod to them and then looks back at the four of you. Are you ready now?
To go.
Every moment that we waste is a moment that they may be further away from us.
Well,
If there is any more sort of healing, perhaps a different type of healing, well, we've been seen to by the paramedics, but perhaps someone. There was a wonderful person we met on our travels who healed us through more natural methods.
She looks back towards this doctor standing there. As he looks at you all and then looks back to her and says something in Bulgarian. as she looks at you and says, "We may take 1 hour, but then we will be moving."
Well, I also need a gun.
As she looks at you, that we can help with.
And a big one.
I'll
She
take
gives
a gun too.
a smile and a nod.
I'm talking about a rifle or a
She
shotgun.
chuckles a little bit, looking over and giving a nod. Within a moment, there is a woman coming through. Slung over her shoulders are several rifles, pistols in holsters, a whole host of firearms being brought into here.
Can I roll hot on that girl bringing in the guns?
Absolutely, you can.
6. Hotter than usual.
As
It's not nothing.
as the doctor comes and begins administering to you, we're going to do another round of, we'll do full medicine checks for you guys.
Yes.
Just to see if
Natural
we can heal you
medicine.
guys up with the natural medicine.
It's the healing.
Taking a full extra hour here.
The people at the like Romani people camp, they healed us like naturally.
That wasn't like so much homeopathic. Like they did have medicine, like chemical
I
medicine.
remember you saying
different
stuff
things.
about herbs and stuff.
Herbs and stuff. I'm sure there was some, but the main place where you got that was along the road in the Kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes. As you were on the road, you stopped at a very, very small village.
Yes.
That was cool.
But there's gonna be we're gonna go a 90 for this. There's gonna be an 80 for this because this is very limited resources in this headquarters. 80 for this. Same rolls: D3, D4, D6. One with an 80 is Vera.
Please.
It's a 49. It's a regular success. That's a D3 of healing for Vera.
Ugh.
We're gonna go to June. That's an 8. That's an extreme success. That's a D6 for June.
Woo! Party rockers in the house tonight. Rolled a
68.
2.
That's a regular success for.
You got to.
for
I got 2 party rocker in the house. I gotta touch 2 party rocker.
Susanna. Failed for Susanna.
Oh, hey.
Wow.
Eric,
Yes.
you said that I recognized the car that she got out of from my visions.
The car that she got out of.
Is that what you said?
You mean the major?
Ear.
No, you do not recognize that car.
You recognize
What did I
the
recognize?
other car.
You recognized. You recognized the type of car that was pulling away.
In the very beginning.
In the very beginning, yeah. I realize now you probably didn't see that one. So not the car that the major's in is what I'll say.
But the one that peeled out.
Yes.
Initially.
Yeah.
Okay. I did look out the window. Maybe I saw them in the.
Absolutely. you caught a glimpse.
Okay.
Um,
And we should relate. Well, she saw that car. Obviously, she got hit by it.
as we have
Do you know what kind of car they were driving?
a full gear up montage in this headquarters. Frames, clasping bandoliers, putting on guns, slinging over guns, loading up ammunition.
Can I get
What you have, there is a spare rifle, a shotgun, and 3 different pistols that you are up to you to divvy up those however you wish. Pistol for, you can add that to your inventory. Yes, so you can do handgun.
I'll take, if it's allowed, can I take both rifle and shotgun?
What's Susanna's? I want her to have.
Susanna will go with a pistol.
Okay. Well,
And say she only feels comfortable with pistol.
So you have
I mean, it's 20 and 25, but I am so I'm getting in there to brawl usually, so I might as well have a.
I feel like I need to be snipery. With my
Does that really
You
make
want the
a
rifle and the
difference?
shotgun?
my firearms for rifle and shotgun sit right now at a 75.
Ooh, take them toots. Does that actually play out in combat if she were to have a rifle,
For
mechanically speaking,
I'm sure there is a rule for that, but I'm going to say yes, that does make a difference. That at a distance, it'll be able to shoot a greater distance with more accuracy.
Okay.
The rifle is 2d6 plus 4 damage that you get.
I think take it. Mine's 20 and 25. I'll just take one in case I get into a. Oh wait, are we out though? It was two
No, there are
rifles.
3
and-
pistols.
Okay, yeah, I'll take a pistol.
She wants the big boys.
And this
And I think
shotgun's
she
the
should
same,
have
2d6.
Yes, that's right. And the pistols are the same pistols that you had. I think it's... What was the damage you had for the pistol previously?
1d10.
Yeah, that's right.
Plus damage bonus?
Yes.
You got it.
Whoa.
Is there-
Yeah, I do.
Is there extra clothing that they have?
Extra clothing in terms of coats, in terms of... They don't have like bullet
Oh no,
proof
I'm
anything.
talking about like, do they have an all black
She
number?
wants.
1000%. They have various outfits for changing into various disguises and different things. What kind of black? All
So
black.
I'm gonna do like
She wants a suit.
I'm gonna do like black turtleneck because I want to cover my scar. I don't even know what a snoot is. What is a snoot?
It's like it's kind of like a survivor buff. It's like one of those things that's like an example of a snoot. A snoot is anything that you can wear like any way. Like it can be a little shawl. It can be a little scarf. It can be top.
Like
It
an infinity scarf.
Okay.
can be dress. Yeah.
I'm kind of obsessed.
You
no,
kinda-
You kind of want a snoot.
I'm gonna do a turtleneck.
Incredible.
I'll
yes.
do a black shawl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna rip my skirt down and turn it around to show the black lining.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm gonna wear the black lining, so it's like a full Lady Vera outfit,
Yes.
but like Men in Black.
Men in Black turtleneck on. Do you have both rifle and shotgun?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. You got, both of them kind of around your back, slung over, able to kind of wheel them around at any point.
Do they have any medical aid?
Any
to
medical
go?
aids? Go ahead and make
Chilies to go.
a luck check to see if they have
Chilies to
enough
go.
to spare for one of you.
Luck.
You have medicine
Can she do
to
it?
go.
I feel.
I'll allow one more luck check.
Luck check.
Here, you can do a luck check.
That's a success. It's a
success.
5.
You're able to get a quick first aid kit, which would be able to perform medicine check once, enough for
Smart.
one medicine check.
Smarty McSmarty.
Like that. would be
Gearing
like
up, putting everything on. One medicine check for later. You've all healed up as you can see the rest of this party also gearing up, putting on their various things. There is a hum of excitement around as this feeling of years of investigation, years of fighting off this cult coming to fruition, years of trying to track them down, tracing them, finding them in the mountains. This quest seemingly coming to fruition here as finally you're let out. As it is now at this point night time, traveling out to the trucks that are outside, a couple of trucks that are pulled up. You are traveling, the four of you, with Major Kristova, and it is
How are you guys looking helpful?
5 other people with you. 5 other people with you.
6.
So that makes 10 people total traveling. As you pile into these trucks that pull up, passwords are exchanged, and you head out. And as the door slams in this moment, as you enter into the car, the itching in your eye gets unbearable. You suddenly feel yourself racked by a splitting headache in your head
No, this is major.
as you see in this moment blood spewing in a crimson explosion, faces screaming, ripped apart, limbs dragged from sockets, performed by something not quite seen, a black, blurred, rushing hell thing in your vision, rushing in and out of the crimson blood, and finally rushing directly towards you, and then vanishing in a white explosion of pain from your empty socket. As in that moment, the pain suddenly reaches its highest points before stopping entirely. I need you to make a sanity roll.
Things are getting weird. Poor Junie B. Jones. Success.
Success. You lose only 1 point of sanity as you witness this horrifying, bloody vision You feel yourself back, focusing on what's right in front of you, only losing one sanity. And as you feel that unmooring from reality for a moment, as the trucks take off, going down the road and exiting the city, in that moment, as the red washes away, you realize that it's not itchy under there anymore. It's not painful. Even the underlying itch that had been there for hours and hours and hours now at this point is gone. It's gone. As the car makes its way.
Sacrifice was happening.
Going
I
out
feel
of the city into the night, the darkness. You travel for about an hour, going out southeast of Sofia.
I'm afraid if I take the gourd sip, I'm gonna disappear from this plane and enter another plane.
You didn't disappear last time you took it.
Our bodies stayed.
I'm a little afraid to take it.
As you head 10, 20, 25 miles southeast of Sofia, find your way to a village, a small village, dimly lit by lanterns on stoops. You're introduced to this village as Chukarova, or Chukarovo, southeast of Sofia. It's slow going, the truck's moving slowly on mountain passes. You recognize these mountain pass, you recognize this village, and you recognize the silhouette of these mountains against whatever moonlight is coming through the clouds beyond as snow is drifting down on this night.
Before we got out of town, like when we were at the base, this is a little retconny, but if we could send some sort of message to like the auction to see if we could get it to Clayton and Faye.
What message?
Going to Stretton Agora.
Yeah, or like I don't know,
that's-
careful about what we put in writing.
I think that they're already there. They being the brothers. But you're right.
The police.
You're right.
I would ask, I don't know, ask them if there's any way they send messages in code to try and see if they could, like, tell them basically where the base was.
Yeah, there's a couple people that are being left behind, some of the younger members, and they confirm that there is code that they're able to write in, and they're able to write this message, whatever it is, and ensure that they will personally deliver it wherever it needs to go.
Yeah, to the auction, to a mystic, a newly engaged couple, a Mr. Clayton Lane and Miss Faye.
Very, very
Chefman.
charming.
Very
couple.
Charming
Very
folks.
gorgeous.
Tell them congratulations, I suppose. Thank you.
Great.
Because if they can storm up his backup at some point.
As that message is sent off, you remember sending it as you think back hours ago to when you were in the safe, relatively, or at least known confines of the city of Sofia. You look out here, you're on the treacherous mountain landscape of Bulgaria in the dark, driving now out of the village, driving a couple miles north until you see what is in the headlights of these cars a rather obvious sight of camouflaging tarp, rocks, and branches that have been visibly removed from a path a couple miles north of the village, seemingly recently. And
Like
you
they
see,
cleared a path?
you can see that there is tarp that would have been used for camouflaging, that would have been used to cover up a path, a road that is going on,
okay.
that has been taken to the side. The trucks turn and continue up along that. You see well-worn tire tracks traversing this rough road, leading about a quarter mile further, slowly going up. At this point, the headlights are clicked off on the trucks, and they go even slower to move with whatever stealth you can up into the hills, up into the mountains, following just from the dim moonlight that sometimes parts through the clouds, snow drifting around you, craggy rocks to either side, and eventually a cliff face that seems to drop down on one side as you climb up until you reach a clearing. On one side of you, drop off the cliff. In front of you, this clearing. To the right of you, a mountainside. And in the mountainside, you see the darkness of a cavern entrance leading on into the mountain. The opening of this cavern seems to breathe warm air coming out in strange sort of steam curling out of the mouth of a great beast, coming out into the cold, frigid air here. Guarding the cave is a barbed wire fence right in front of you and a sandbagged machine gun position. You look, and it doesn't take long to see a smashed and useless machine gun lying 20 feet away from that sandbagged position. There are 2 trucks and 4 cars parked here, including the ones that you saw at the university attack.
Does it look like they have machine guns on them?
Go make a spot hidden check.
Great question.
Something's afoot here.
Lady here might need one of those.
A machine gun? I don't know if I can carry it. It's probably like a stationary one.
Well, we can wheel it in there.
Wheel it through the mountain
Is
terrain.
the base case and a machine gun. Tie them together.
What is this check?
Spot hidden.
Success.
Start a little train
Success.
above along.
Fling it over.
Regular success? Gotcha. You don't see the machine gun on the back of a truck. You see a truck with a busted windshield that seems to have been the truck that escaped. You don't see the tripod on the back of it. What you do notice with a regular success is not only is the tire popped that you popped, but additionally there is clear signs of broken fuel tanks that are cut and inoperable on all of these vehicles.
Someone else is here.
As the crew that you're with opens the doors, piles out, forming in front of the major. Guns now slung across their chests, held, safety still on, but ready.
Major,
Yes.
come here.
And she approaches.
Something is not right.
Someone has been here. The fuel tanks are cut.
Performance.
It would appear so. This is possibly for our benefit, but time will tell.
But I want to warn you. It might not be a who. It might be a what.
You see her sort of swallow back an initial disbelief for a moment before thinking twice and nodding. I see. Follow close.
If
Anyone
there's a
wants
bunch of
to live with us?
cars,
Before we head in.
if there's a bunch of cars here, but they've all been slashed, that indicates to me that there's like 2 groups here.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that what
what
we're all?
we-
Okay.
Yes. Or
Okay.
it could be a creature like we experienced in the caves. Or it could be something else. It could be vampires, it could be wyverns, it could be
Uh-huh.
a wizard. At this point I don't really know.
Can I try to recall a bit more what I saw in that last vision? Was it in a cave?
Go ahead and make a spot hidden check for me.
No, normal success.
Success. You
You
think
allow-
back to it, thinking back
Can you touch your tongue?
between the gouts of blood, the crimson, the flashing, the pain. You could see the strange arch shadows of the things that were happening, the quick movements, the strange horror, shadows stretched across this cathedral-like cavernous space.
Major Lilia? Ilya?
Yes.
Lilia?
Any of those is fine.
I wasn't completely honest with you before because I got a little mixed up in my head and I thought that you were in the car that this. Anyway, I knew about Media Silve because after my eye was stolen, started getting. I started getting these visions. I think Bert kind of opened my eyes to this, but I think that somehow I was able to still see where my eye was, and it ended up here. And whatever was going on in there was really ugly. There was something brutal.
What do you see
has already
now?
happened in there. I don't see anything now. And I think I won't see anything else. It's hard to explain.
Well, let us know if you do.
Just wanted you and your team to
They should
Be
prepare
aware.
themselves.
Is there anything specific about the place that you saw, besides it being underground?
steam or fog? No? Stone cathedral with fog is what I wrote.
Understood.
And
Thank you.
that. Oh, and that wasn't interesting. Okay, and
Stone Cathedral with fog is what I wrote.
that's what I wrote in my dream journal. I'm doing the artist's way. Blood, gore, limbs being ripped. You get the idea.
Okay.
Yikes.
We will keep
Blood
our wits about
spurting.
us. We will perhaps shoot first and ask questions later.
I think that's wise, yeah.
This is good to
That's
know.
my plan.
Thank you. Well,
June's sanity is on, like, almost 0. She's just blah, blah,
Is it
blah.
really?
blah.
What's your sanity?
No, it's at 27.
Oh.
Yeah.
as long as someone is down there.
What happens?
We will
when
put an
I
end to this as she holds the rifle out and continues forward. And you see the steely determination in her and in all of the people gathered of reaching the end of a long road as they carry forth, gesturing for you to follow close behind. They go in. As you enter, a last bit of moonlight shines down before you pass into the shadows of the cave, where what you find is complete and utter darkness. The only sound as you enter and the wind dies behind you, the only sound you hear is a steady dripping. A strange sound of moisture. Under your feet, you can feel slimy floor, slick with condensation from what you quickly determine must be hot springs within here. As a hooded lantern is lit by one of the major's people, casting dim lights in here. Immediately you see needles of stone slab coming out of the ceiling and the floor of this cavern, stalactites and stalagmites. Some of them slightly hidden by these swirling clouds of vapor hanging around your feet.
That's what I'm talking about. I saddle up to Major Ilya and I say, whispering while we're walking, "Oh my god, I remembered something else. I also saw cave paintings of men with antlers. Just so you know."
I see. And she has a moment. She whispers to the man next to her in Bulgarian, and she nods. And he lifts the lantern and just shines it all the way around you, not just ahead of you. And as it flashes across the wall, you see bison, you see deer, you see animal figures painted, ancient carvings and paintings across the wall.
My eye has been here.
It's probably still here. Maybe we could put it back.
I think she got squished.
As you venture in a little further, the temperature rises precipitously. There's this sulfurous, humid heat in this cavern as you come in. And as the major and her people move forward, moving past these paintings, lanterns, across it, vapor trailing around your feet, the passage widens, continuing on and twisting down at a decline, down deeper underground, down deeper under this mountain, down and around for hundreds of feet that you pass through carefully. The party all moving slowly and carefully down, lit by this dim light, waiting when you hear anything but just the dripping of water. The air gets hotter, it gets thicker as you go deeper and deeper, until you can hear the sounds of water boiling and bubbling ahead, as well as an increasing stench of decay. In reaching the ends of this widened path, you see a jagged arch of teeth-like rock marking the entrance to a chamber beyond. As passing the light through, you can see that the chamber opens widely. As the major looks back to you, gives a nod, and ventures forth. And you find yourselves in this cathedral-like chamber of stone, rock, limestone, all sorts of shadows cast by jagged rock ascending hundreds of feet above you. This enormous space still thick with vapor, humidity, hot sulfur smell mixed with this now overpowering stench of something rotting. And the sources of the stench quickly become apparent to you. There are bodies everywhere. Dozens of bodies littering the ground around you, littering the large cavern. Some are in rags of suits. Others are in crimson robes that are shredded, all scattered across the uneven floor in small pools of blood that are slowly draining away. And beyond them, as in hushed silence, this group shines the lights, holding their guns, shining the lights across these dozens of bodies, shine the light ahead towards the center of the chamber. In the center of this enormous cavern, you see a 15-foot high pile surrounded by a circle of unlit torches. This pile containing thousands of skulls and rotting fleshy heads stacked in a pyramid.
Holy shit.
A perfect pyramid growing ever fresher towards the still flat top of it. The smell is overpowering in here. As you look, dozens of scattered bodies. Beyond that, a pyramid of heads.
Pyramid of heads.
Pyramid of heads.
In case anybody missed that. We can't do this. We are not strong.
The people around you are just quickly shining lights, pointing guns in different directions, looking around. There's pools of shadow around, as well as small sort of cavernous tunnels that lead off in various directions. You can hear the sound, the boiling sound of hot springs coming from somewhere, whether it's in this chamber or in a different chamber of the cavern. The sulfur, the rot. But in here, what you see are bodies and the stacks of heads. As the people with guns are quickly looking around, what do you do?
We can't see any people, though.
You do not see anyone standing and moving around except for yourselves and the people you came here with.
And then there's other break off paths in here.
There are some small, narrow passages.
Does it seem like in the head pyramid or anywhere around, there's like the black bag or like anything that resembles like loot or treasure?
You see at the bottom of this pyramid are the more skeletal skulls, and it does become fresher as it goes towards the top. More recently decapitated heads as it goes higher. You can't quite see what's at the top of the pyramid. It seems to be a flat space, but from down here you can't see.
Is there a way to get up on the pyramid? Is there stairs?
Possibly. You looking around, there is no apparent means. It would only be a matter of finding a way to climb up there, which would be very precarious. Looking around at the bodies, at a first glance at the bodies around you, you can see that some of them are still clutching in their hands hatchets and cleavers.
So this was...
June is turned away and is kind of freaking out a
Major,
bit.
any sort of plan of attack? Is this your sort of forte?
I'm thinking about it. This is not what we expected, of course. You warned me that there is something possibly that could have been behind an attack like this. Something, not someone. What did you refer to?
You saw some sort of creature or something, right?
Did I? Did I forget that?
Wasn't it like something like crawling towards you or like...
right, right. Like a bloody creature thing crawling towards me?
I see.
I will say we warned you. This is like a
She
Tuesday.
swallows and then starts looking around, just investigating the area. As
Perhaps we should turn off the lights as much as possible.
we must keep one on, it will be complete darkness
Yes,
otherwise.
certainly one, but perhaps not a
She-
constellation.
Nods and leaves on just one, not a hooded lantern, but rather just an open lantern that casts just a low, dim glow over the proceedings. As you see a couple of her people sort of crouching down towards the ground and then going off towards a narrow passage and following it and disappearing for a moment. In a moment, they come back. So there's a trail of blood leading off in that passage. It ascends to the surface, but it is too narrow that a human could not pass through that.
Perhaps we should block it off.
Block it off.
Of course.
The creature is up there.
So, the two of them go and grab rocks and different things and just start the slow process of hauling rocks and closing
As
off.
strong, whatever creature it is, could be very, very strong.
Of course. And they go and start get as heavy as they can, the boulders, to block this off.
Who's our best climber?
I want to see slowly creep up closer to the skull pyramid and see, just like from any vantage point, can you see the top of it?
From down here, you cannot see the top of it. No.
Is there any sort of ledges around here, like in the cave, that you could kind of like climb up a little bit to get a better
they had
look?
to like make the skull thing.
Go ahead and make an occult roll, both of you.
Great. Hard success.
Nice.
That's a 5.
I rolled a 3.
You guys take it.
Yeah.
Take this one.
You've seen a lot of things in your travels across Europe the past couple months. You've seen a lot of things. Looking around, you don't see any cliff ledges, anything that would be able to hoist someone up there to help stack these or to get on top. You don't see any stairs leading up. You don't see any ladders or anything that could be used. And it's in that moment that it fully dawns on both of you that there is no way to make something like this. Not any natural way. And as you come close to it, looking at these heads, I'm going to need both of you to make sanity rolls.
All of us, or just them?
So the two of them, having judged it. Fail. Vera, you don't lose any. June, you lose 1d3. You can roll as both of you realize that there is certainly a world, especially holding your neck wounds, a world where your heads were in this pyramid. A world where they would end up there.
I don't think that a person stacked them like this. I don't know how they got like this, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to search some of the bodies of the.
Great. I would say for climbing, you would be able to climb with a successful climb roll in addition to a couple of other things. It is, somewhat solid, but it's going to be a grisly manner to get to the top if you wish to do that. And it's also not a certainty that you would be able to make it to the top. But if you would like to search the bodies, what are you searching for?
How's people's climbs?
I got 20% or 20.
I got 40.
But she's lost a lot of sanity.
I also developed a fear of human limbs I had a dream?
When you looked out and you
These
saw
aren't
what
technically
looked,
limbs.
what you understood to be the Baba Yaga's huts in the distance, seemingly a collection of skeletal and fleshy
What's
limbs.
Susanna's climb?
Susanna's climb. 20.
Okay. I'm going to search for any clue of the struggle that just happened, because it seems like it just happened.
Great.
Other than what we've seen.
I would say that there are a few different checks that you can make. You can make a first aid to assess the bodies, or a medicine to assess the bodies. You can make a natural world check as well, or you can make a spot hidden check to just try and see if there's anything that you notice amidst the bodies.
Two things. I'll use spot hidden.
Yeah.
But like check their pockets for anything, any details maybe they left there, but also just like checking the bodies as well while I do it.
Great.
I'm rolling so well right now. Only an extreme success.
On your spot hidden?
Yes.
Great. In terms of things that are in pockets and different things, you find in one pocket with an extreme success, you do find something metallic, something circular, something hard, and something attached by a chain. You pull it out and you find a medallion. And you recognize immediately the carving on this medallion matches, you can look there at the circular document that you have there, the carving that was on Alberto Rossini's chest in his room.
Brother.
Additionally, you, with your spot hidden check, find a corpse with, among these mangled corpses, you find a corpse with one eye, a right eye that is looking up, and where its left one is this glob of rot in the other socket.
That's your fucking eye. You want it?
A glob of rot?
Well, it's an eye surrounded by a glob of rot, right?
No, there's.
What was there is
Oh,
now
I understand.
a horror.
I think there's a very, I say, full disclosure, or more full disclosure. We are looking for a marble head or some sort of stone. I am curious if it is in this large pile, and I assure you it is of utmost importance that we find it.
We will look, and
I don't know if anybody's particularly good at climbing in this group.
amongst the major and the
I don't know
people.
if anyone is anyone a secret awesome climber?
You wish to reach the top.
Yes.
And she looks up, she swallows, she walks towards this pile of decapitated heads. I will do my best.
You're going to.
If that is what you wish, I will help. As she approaches the pyramid.
Do you feel strong in climbing?
I am trained. I will do my best. Okay. And she walks forward, takes a swallow, and she has a 50 in climb, and so she's going to roll for this. And that is the first roll that she's going to make.
Love you, girl.
I hope her
50
sanity's okay. Because we could have another, like,
She seems
crying.
pretty tough. Nice. Success. Word.
44 is success. She puts a hand on a scalp, puts another hand on top of a skull, hoisting herself gingerly up and putting her boots on the heads, finding ones that are lodged into this pyramid, and just slowly trying to ignore the strange squishing sounds, the cracks under her boots. She does need to make a constitution roll in order to keep her stomach. 70 constitution. 82. You see her arms begin to tremble and go weak as she almost crumples under it and falls face to face with one of these faces sticking out from the pyramid as you see her stomach lurch and then just puke slowly down onto the pyramid as she's full body shaking now as she's trying to climb up. She's going to have to make another climb roll. Is a 50 climb. 21.
Yes, hard.
In order to go up, she continues up, taking a moment to breathe. She goes, sanity roll, she fails, and you can hear her as she's going up. You get just the low sounds of her, not for anyone but herself, seemingly starting to hum a children's tune. A strange, self-soothing that's
This woman is a boss.
low sound just echoing in this cavern, creating a haunting effect of this children's lullaby, just lilting as she's trembling to the top. She hoists herself up. She rolls onto the flat surface at the top, out of view. There's a moment of silence. The singing, the humming stops. There's nothing here. There's nothing. Wait. I see something. As you see her stands to a full height at the top, looking off the back of the pyramid. Down below, there is a trail I can see coming out. It is small, but I can see trail blood going to the back wall of the cavern. As you go around to the back, it's hard to tell up close with all the refuse, the rocks, whatever seepage there has been from this pyramid, this rot and funk. But her pointing it out, having seen from the higher perspective where she can see exactly this sort of delineation and the color of the ground, you follow her hands and you follow it to the back wall of the cavern. And at the back, amidst the smell of the rot and the sulfur, you see crumpled in a slight sort of divots of the back wall of this cavern is a dead cultist in robes, torn limb from limb, arms and legs detached, ripped from his body, shredded in an unusually savage attack, even for what you have seen here. And just behind his body, you can see a small opening in the wall, only about 2 feet in diameter, descending sharply into darkness. You cannot see thin. It's not big enough to crawl into, but there is a hole in this wall here at the back where this body is.
Go and try and shine a light inside of it and see.
You go, pulling the lantern up, and you can see that it is a small, sort of carved out area of grounds, and it does turn sharply around a corner, going straight down, and you cannot see at the bottom of it. Just about 1 foot down, it curves out of sight.
It's not big enough for a person.
Not for a whole person.
Just for
Head shoot? Head shoot? CHUTE?
Yeah.
Head shoot.
Uh-huh.
who's putting their hand in there?
But why then? Why would the Brotherhood come here? If there's some beast that lives here.
Perhaps the beast works for them. It's
And
strange
and
somehow.
they feed it this big pile of heads?
Or maybe they didn't know that the beast lives here.
Because it seemed to have mauled them all.
Yes.
But these aren't cultists on the ground, are they?
Yeah.
They have the tattoo thing, or the
And
branding.
medallion.
The heads, it's unclear who the heads belong to, but the bodies that are torn apart on the grounds
I've seen
around
those.
are brothers of the skin.
Oh God.
So they either were feeding this thing, and then it turned on them, or they didn't know it was here.
Right.
But then what business do they have with all these heads? I guess they can turn into all these people. Should we drop something down the chute?
I think we should just go in and grab it. I feel like it must be down there.
All right, stink that little pincher in there.
No, my hands are way too small. And I'm a little stout of a woman, so my arms don't go that far.
I'll try. I reach my arms in as far as they can go.
This is a dexterity check at a hard difficulty.
Yeesh.
Okay.
Yeesh, Isabel.
No, 56.
You reach your arm in and you feel the crook of your elbow go around
Oh.
and you feel your arm scraping up against the cavern wall, and reaching your fingers in, you feel your fingers lightly graze something for a moment, some surface before the thing rolls away and you don't feel it anymore.
Oh my God. I go to the major. I think something is in here. It's out of my grasp. I don't know how to get it.
I'll try.
Dexterity.
Can you use luck on this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it to make it a hard success.
Hard success.
So, which is a 27, and I got a 31.
Nice.
You reach in and you find yourself able to get all the way down to the ground, clambering in. And you find a good angle to curl it around into the darkness, and you feel your palm grasp around a surface. A rather small surface. As you think you know what you're holding, before pulling back up, a bulb of garlic.
Eric is being so tricksy.
Reaching back in,
Why would I reach
feel
my-
another bulb of garlic, and you feel a third item in there as you pull out the second bulb of garlic and reach in. And you feel your palms clasp around a larger smooth surface. Even with a hard success, you have to maneuver yourself closer into the hole in order to reach down close enough to get it. And as you do, you feel the hot pain of your face scraping against the cavern wall, a rough edge, as no hit points reduced, but you just feel this cut across your cheekbone and blood starting to trickle down your face as you feel your hand grasp around a round surface. What you pull out is blank eyes, almost a mocking expression of stony silence. There's a head. Pure porcelain, smooth. The Dzhudzheta Idol, or the head of the Sedefkar simulacrum.
Does it have the Tesla?
The Major's people are all gathered around you now at this point, looking with the lantern close. You look closely, bringing it up to you. You can still feel the pain on your cheek as you look close to it, and you see skulls upon skulls upon skulls. Pulling it back, it looks at you.
Hello?
There's nothing.
Well, Major, this is what we were looking for.
And I think that we should get out of here immediately. Go back to your headquarters and we can figure out what's next, but I don't... Let's go.
Obviously, I am left a bit unsatisfied, but it is gratifying that you have found what you are looking for, and in some sense gratifying that they met some end. I think that you are right, and that we should go. Come, as all of you come from around the pyramid, you still smell the hot air in here as you go around the pyramid. We'll go to a crossroads. The crossroads is, what does the major notice? Something wrong? Vote something, or nothing at all. Vote nothing.
I think we're good. We're gonna die if we have to fight this Queecha.
Quita.
Who knows? Maybe it's
Nice.
Yeah.
sweet.
It's
Maybe it killed the Brotherhood because it doesn't like it either. And now we have a little creature on our team.
maybe it's the vampire.
No, the girl looks interesting, huh? What the hell's that hole about?
That's where it goes.
Never seen or heard of a hole like that.
Spooky, spooky. No.
At the bottom of the wall? Like, huh? Why is it like that? You think it's just random? Randomly weird hole?
The hole we found the head in?
Yeah.
Or the trail hole?
The hole we got the head in.
Maybe you put it down there to like hide.
Yeah, like a little hiding spot.
Who's he?
It's the
What
person.
do you know?
Okay.
What is it?
Something.
Great.
You guys.
They were
Has
super nice to us
you
earlier.
have collected the idol and following just the dim light of this one lantern, making your way around the pyramid towards the exit, past the heads, past the bodies. The major holds out a hand. The whole crew comes to a stop. She slowly pulls out her rifle, clicks the safety off before whispering, "How many bodies were there before?"
Do we know?
You look now. If you had to guess, you'd say that roughly half of the corpses that were on the ground are no longer there. And I'm going to have all of you roll sanity at that.
I succeed.
Fail.
Success is you lose 1 sanity, fail is you lose 1d3 sanity. As you see where there were dozens, that number has diminished. You look where you investigate bodies, and there is just empty ground there. The rest of the Major's crew draws their guns, clicking safeties off. As the Major looks, gestures you to continue forward,
I'm gonna pull
slowly going towards the
Yeah.
exit.
Guns out.
Guns out. Everyone's guns out, safety off. You can either make a spot hidden or a listen check.
I have a success for. Well, no, hard success for spot hidden.
What was that?
Hard success for spot hidden.
Great.
Failed.
Good film. You catch glimpses of movement in the shadows.
Something's here.
The walls,
On the walls too.
on the ceiling.
Oh, it's everywhere.
On the walls on the ceiling?
Just moments of peripheral vision. You look, and there's nothing there. It's quiet, completely quiet as you go towards the exit, until you hear sounds of help, Help me. So hungry. The dim light of the lantern goes towards the tunnel, the exit, the jagged teeth of the only exit you know from this cavern. And standing in that tunnel, a frail figure looks at you. A frail human figure. Cheeks sallow, eyes sunk, suit hanging over his frame. You look, and you see, looks like a walking corpse of a man that you recognize as Archibald Conrad. Sunken eyes looking up at you. Help me. Help me.
He was bit, remember? He had like fang marks in his whole ass, and we didn't help him.
Bertie,
No, we lost him.
I'm hungry.
Can I do like an occult check? Like, does he look like he is like human or like possessed?
Go make your occult check.
Could I have retconned that I stole one of those bulbs of garlic? I would
Go
have
make a luck check.
I can't push a luck check.
No, I don't think so.
I'm gonna push the occult check, and I'm gonna take like a few more steps towards him to look him in the eyes.
Make
and I
the
say,
shrimp
"Archie,
scampi right now.
is it really you?
Go ahead and push it.
I have a 70 for occult, so. Ugh! I failed.
With a failed push. As you go towards him, searching for Archibald Conrad in his eyes, searching for his mind, searching for his recognition of you, getting closer to him, trying to assess him completely. You feel yourself, while you are petrified of what this is, of what you're seeing, you also feel that part of you that's chose to write the stories that you write. That part of you that has a grim but fervent fascination with the darkness. And this horror is deeply fascinating as you feel yourself almost hypnotized by Archibald Conrad as his jaw unhinges. You feel yourself stuns looking at him as his eyes glint with a bit of red. And you find yourself amazed by the rows of long, jagged teeth as his mouth opens wide with a low,
I'm gonna shoot.
hissing sounds as you pull out your gun, pointing it towards Archibald Conrad. That hissing sound is echoed by hissings all around you. Hungry, thirsty sounds of animal-like creatures climbing down from the ceiling and along the walls, looking. You see the dull glint of red eyes as Archibald Conrad unhinges his jaw and lunges towards you. And we'll pick up there next time.
I knew Eric was gonna lunge at you, and it still scared me. Oh my god, Eric is
Pick
scary.
up there next time.
That was so scary.
Facing down. Whatever this is.
What the fuck?
Oh boy.
I will not be.
Hey, here's what I'll say. It's amazing Lady Vera survived that throat slit. That rose. It's awesome that you guys are teamed up with some people for this. That's gonna be helpful.
We needed some people.
Um,
And
fun
now we
stuff.
might die. Again.
But hey, you have the head.
That is
have
so
the head.
true.
Dead with the head. Perfect.
Love
my
you
God.
guys. We'll
Love
see you
y'all.
next week.
Bye.
And if you're a patron, we'll see you tomorrow.
Patron.
Patrons.
Patrons.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Love you.
Wait,
Love
I got a
you.
question. Do I end the stream on YouTube first, or do I end it on?
I think you ended on YouTube first.
Okay. Well, love you.
Love you guys.
Carson and Jack, do not watch this end part.
Don't watch this part. Skip ahead.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, and then.